Okay, the bubbling Jay say he wanted to know if you can play slack music. There's it's aside that there is slackness music is coming through on the Genesis 916 FM and Commissioner last week, sure, they wanted the management to come in, so and some of the music DJs, or some of the music DJs said they're gonna come in and find out the score and talk about their music and why they play their selection. I'm in here on behalf of the side of the management as well as one of the hosts for the talk show, Mr. and the DJ, of course, Mr. DJ and Mr. D. Father D said I passed through still as well as part of the management. So we've got the people then phoned up last week and said they want us to represent. So we're inside the house. So Commissioner's here. And I ring behind them, coming nervous. And oh no. Yeah. So okay. All right. Also, last week Thursday, the Labour Party got into power. So we're going to answer this question: who did you vote for and why? And what effect do you think this will have on us now? Okay. And if you did not vote, why didn't you vote? Okay. So those are the two of the subjects that we'll be talking about today. And like I said, some of the DJs will be passing through today, and also they'll be phoning in. So there's certain man out there that's been the pen and paper write down certain timers and tunes and certain things that man had played. So you phone in and give us your concept of what you think slackness music is, because we sat down and we had a meeting about this, and boy, Commissioner can tell you, it said that a lot of the man then believe that the music that they're playing isn't slack. Okay, and it's down to your concept of what you think slackness is, and when we start defining a reason, say, well, this is slack and that's not slack, where do we go from here? Because everybody leads to different interpretations. Okay, so that's one of the points what we'll be talking about today. Okay, the slackness music, and what do you class as slackness music, and what is the real big hang up about slackness music? I mean, considering like, okay, Genesis said that we don't play no slackness, but I remember that when that policy came about, yeah, at that influx of time, there was a greater influx of slackness music. It's waned a bit now, you know what I mean? I mean some direct slackness music now. There's some X-rated words that was directly being put on the tunes them, and the man they weren't mincing, they was directly being downgraded, and definitely. Now it's kind of subtled and changed. Man are using different words to kind of mean the same thing, but that's how languages are. We have slangs and things like that, and it's street talk most of the time, and then sometimes you'll hear a record and the record's playing a tune and they'll say a word and you're there dancing along and singing to that tune and not knowing the meaning of that word, and then later on a man will say to you, oh, it's like the Chinese whisper, a man will say, do you know that word means that? And the next man will say, yeah, oh, see, I never checked it as that. And the next man will say, yeah, it meant that. And then from there, the meaning of the word changes again, you know what I mean? So, you know, what is your interpretation of slackness music? Because I have my interpretation of slackness music, and a lot of people out there, because it's as Commissioner said last week, it's a diverse world out there, and there's a lot of different interpretations of slackness music. And should we really be hung up on the slackness music, you know what I mean? And in another line, a man was saying that Genesis has to now draw a line about and decide where we're coming from, that we're serving two gods and things like this, you know what I mean? Well, two different agendas. Okay, right. Well, I'm inside the place. Mr. D will be coming in a little later on, and the DJs will be passing through. So all you have to do is now give us a call, 0958 504 906, and let us know if you really do have a problem with it. And a lot of calls came in last week, so we hope to take up from where it was left off from last week. Commissioner, come and don't wake up out of your bed this morning, so.
Good morning again, London town, and boy, you know, listen. You see this thing on the music, a lot of people, you know, they didn't even expect Genesis to pick it up this Sunday and to carry on with it. But this is what you all asked for, and you know, it's a people's talk show, community station, and we're just here to do it for you. So we want to hear some calls. Give us a live link check again, someone. Let us know what's going on in the phone line, 0958 504 906. Now, the slackness music. We all have an interpretation, as you heard Daddy Coolie say, of slackness. All right? Now, some people, when they say they hear slackness music, they are talking about music with an innuendo, sexual innuendo. Others are talking about the lyrics in terms of the cussing, the language, etc. So this is, we're going to cover all of the range of slack music today. We're going to take this call and see what's happening. Good
set
morning,
up. And again, Brother Ron just phoned up, and he put it down to context that he listens to certain of the DJs on Genesis, okay, certain of the educational program, certain of the music DJs, and other than that, he has no, you know what I mean, that's what he does. Okay, what do you do, all right? 91.6 FM Genesis on your dial. We're talking about the so-called influx of slackness music that's coming in on the Genesis 916 FM, and a lot of callers phoned in last week. Also, who did you vote for and why? And what effect do you think this will have on us now, if any? And if you did not vote, why didn't you vote? Okay, all right. So those are the two of the subjects that we're going to be talking about today. Commissioner and Daddy Coolie is inside the house, and Father Rose when they're coming in. We've got a large up and shout out to the man name that passed through last week. Briggy OG passed in last week Sunday. Commissioner. And remember, the People's Talk Show, when we say the People's, we do mean you, and we also have a influx of excellent educational DJs on the Genesis 91.6 FM, and any one of those DJs can and sometime will be on a Sunday's People's Talk Show, because that's what it's about. It's about different views, different people's views, different people's interpretations, you know. So it doesn't really matter who's here as long as you're taking part out there. That's the main thing, okay? So remember, the number is 0958 504 906. Commissioner, what's the other number?
The other number, if you want to phone and talk to us on the quiet vibes, you know what I mean, 0958 345 345 771. So listen, we had a lot of people last week that was really up and out against the slackness, right? And saying that Genesis is on two different agendas. You've got DJs that's playing one set of thing, and you've got DJs. It came about really because of the educational shows, and a brother said last week, how comes you all got these educational shows so positive, all doing very well, and then you have some people that seem to be going the opposite way. So it's like you're taking two steps forward and one step back. We just lost that caller. If you'd like to call again, 0958 504 906. We are also talking about the political week that's just gone by, you know, the voting, May the 1st. And for all of you, I don't know if you do know, May the 1st was actually, or is actually, May Day. You know, and May Day also has a very big significance. So for all of those that voted, phone in and tell us, let us know what you've done. Okay, we're going to take this call. Good morning, you're in tune to Genesis 91.6 FM. Okay.
The topic that I believe was on last week about the slackness.
Yes, Bridget.
It'd be good if you, on the talk program, invited a list of your DJs on, and the ones that play the slackness.
Okay.
Let them justify why they play it.
All right.
And the ones that play the conscious music, let them justify why they play it.
Okay, Bridget.
Let the people judge in the end which one they really want.
Okay, Bridget, I'll just ask you a question, all right? Because the DJs are all listening, and they do want to come in, someone will be passing throughout the course of the show. Can you name some of the DJs that you find are playing the slackness music?
Can
you name them so that they're listening to the show, and we want those DJs to hear who the people are saying is playing the slackness music, and then hopefully they will respond by coming in or phoning in and explaining their situation.
I'd like to name the slackness DJs, but because it's so slack, when they come on, I just switch it off. I don't really know.
Right,
well,
let's get why we want you to name them, right? We had the meeting on Monday, right? And the DJs want to know who you're talking about, because as far as they're concerned, right, what you might interpret as slackness, they don't interpret it as slackness. So they want you to either name some of the tunes and name some of the DJs, so then they can come and defend, because if they don't feel so that they're doing anything wrong, because their interpretations is different from yours, how are they going to come in here and defend it?
Yeah, this is the point I'm making. Even if somebody names them over the air, and they're not there to justify why they do it or argue their case, I think all your DJs need to be in our talk.
No,
and the people either say, yeah, we love slack news and what you're playing is good and that's what we should do, or like, and them to just do it.
We understand that side of things, but like we said, there's over 39, 40 DJs. One, they can't all fit in there, right? So they said they didn't know who you was talking about. So they said if the people out there would like to name some of them. They're listening, they'll either phone in or they'll come in and they'll bring in some of those tunes that you mentioned and talk about why they play their tune and why they think these tunes aren't slack or why they play them, okay? So it's a knock-on situation. You know, it's like a man will say, oh, you're playing slack music. And the man say, what music am I playing is slack? Right? And they say, well, you know, it's what's being said. Okay, so then they're all saying, which one of us are the slack DJs? And we say, well, the man ain't said, he's just thrown it up in the air. So what we're saying now, if you name them, that's what they've said. They've said to be, you name them, and then they'll phone up or they'll come in and take it from there. All right?
Okay.
So come on in, Bridget, start naming.
To tell you the truth, brother, as I said, I don't know the slack ones, I know the conscious ones, because I don't listen to any of anything. As soon as I hear there's any slack music come on, I just switch it off.
Okay, who don't you listen to then?
I can tell you who I listen to.
Well, who don't you listen to?
Who don't I listen to?
Yeah.
For example, there's one that comes in the evenings during the week. I don't know who he is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about as much as I can say on that.
All right then. All right. Tell us who you do listen to then.
For example, I would listen to Africa Simba. I'd listen to Construction. I'd listen to X-Ray. I'd listen. You know, I can't actually remember all the names, yeah, but there are more. There are much more that are playing good music, good conscious music, or just good music without slackness in it. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, overall, do you think there is a good balance then? Or do you think that has to go one way or the other?
Well, it depends what you stand for, you know. I think,
Hello?
The various different balances with the talk shows is very good. But if Genesis is standing up for, wants to be different from all the other, because the majority of pirate stations, a lot of them just play slack music, yeah. And also the legal stations, Genesis seems to be the only one that's taking, standing out different where that's concerned. But then when you get a few DJs coming in and just doing some slackness, then sometimes you switch on Genesis and you wonder if that's actually Genesis. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
right. I take on your points of view from that side of things, yeah? And I might be talking a bit strong to you, yeah? And I don't want you to think that I'm actually attacking you, yeah?
No, that's fine, that's fine.
We just want it out now so that we know, you know what I mean? Like you've mentioned some of the conscious DJs that you like to listen to, okay? But you can't directly remember some of the slack ones, right? Okay, again, it's this innuendo thing. He might be playing slack because there's a lot of time. I'm a DJ myself, yeah? And I play tunes, and sometimes I will slip in some tunes that are on the borderline, okay? There's some borderline tunes, and some man might have me up for that, and someone saying, oh no, that isn't borderline, that's okay, you know what I mean? So we want to define, see, how far do we actually go? You know, this is what we want. This is what we're gonna be deciding and dealing with now, you know what I mean? And that's why the management's gonna come in. And I'm part of the management, but I'm like in the middle sort of thing, you know what I mean? I'm a management, but I'm a DJ, you know. So it's a different concept. I mean, one thing I'd like to put across, like there's 30 odd brothers on the station, yeah. And out of these 30 brothers, they're all everyday people, okay? They're everyday people like me and yourselves. We all have different tastes. We all have different borderlines on what we class as slack and not slack. We all have different interpretations of that, you know? And this is one of the main things now is where do we go, you know?
I think one of the help is that phrase that you coined. I can't remember exactly what it is, but you said it's something to do. If you're not sure, don't plug it. You know what I'm saying?
Leave it out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, peace, brother.
Peace, bro. Thanks for your call, yeah? What's your name? Where you calling from, actually?
Yeah, Paul from South, yeah.
So I lost that on the line. Paul? Hello?
Yeah, Paul from South.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for your call, yeah?
Okay then, peace.
Respect.
Yeah, London Town. Also, we just had one of our DJs already, Brother Gad from the Rasta Root Show has phoned in, and he's also said, if you all do not know the names of the DJs that's playing the slackness, can you tell us the times? Tell us the times or even the day and a rough time, and we may be able to work it out from there. We're going to take this call. Daddy Coolie there?
Good afternoon, Genesis.
Daddy Coolie is Ron again.
Yes, Ron. How you doing, Black?
Not bad. Listen, I don't want to attack this brother. I know he's a very busy brother who just spoke, right? But I think he's contradicting himself. He's the one who made the allegation on your show about 3-4 months ago. the slack music. And I think last week's show, if I'm not mistaken, I know you're listening, so he had the name. So how could he...
Okay, all right.
Right? Because he said that your show something about, he named a few names, right? And then again he said he wouldn't name the name. So he's just making I think it's a false allegation. As I said before, I only listen to certain DJs, right? And I don't be at home to listen to all the DJs and who playing slack music and this.
Okay,
right?
right.
So I think he's contradicting himself. So I wish we could define who, because he's saying the names of the slack, the DJs that play the slack music. So I named them this morning. There's a program, the Black Power Talk Show program, and he's not naming the name, he's just backing out like a chicken.
All right, one run, yeah? I listen to...
I mean, he's just making sense.
Okay, listen, one thing, yeah? A lot of people phoned up, yeah? Some people, one person said he had the names of the DJs, and other people said, yeah, they don't listen to the slackness DJ. So rather than kind of, more than one caller phoned last week, yeah, and I don't want to mix up this pool with...
No, but this brother who speak just now, he's one who called last week because, you know, I mean, he's an educated brother, he talks sense all the time. But he's saying no the DJ, he had the names of the DJ, so why you don't let go of it now?
Okay then, all right then, if it is that brother, then I would hope that he would have given them names. If you've mistaken it...
Yeah, because he gives some names about... He gives some names about... On your show, I think it was yourself and Briggy, OJ Briggy, months ago.
Okay.
Right? And,
well, I'll tell you the truth, Ron, I think that's a different brother, you know, because I know the brother's voice, and I believe that's a different brother. I will stand up...
Well, it is a different brother, I apologize, but I know this same brother last week. He's the one who phoned in and talked about slack music, you know. If it's a different brother, I apologize to that.
Yeah.
But, you know, let's get it over now, because it's slack music, you know. I mean, he's just giving the Genesis, the Black Power Station, bad name, you know.
Okay.
And, as I go so far, right, what happened to not Commissioner, the other brother, what's his name? The other DJ then?
Well, who was here last week Sunday?
No, who phoned up and said you're going to leave the station?
Construction. Right, Construction, he actually did what he said he was going to do. He stood by his word and he said what he was going to do.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right then.
All right, deal.
One love, yeah?
Peace.
Okay, so this is 916 Genesis. The number is 0958 504 906. Okay, last week Sunday, calls came through and said they're going to name this. What again? A lot of you, or a lot of people who phoned in like that, believe that we wouldn't actually come in and deal with that matter. So, you know, bring it out in the open and we can quash it and go on from there, okay? No whole bar, no bad feelings, just get it out and dealt with. Hello, Genesis. Everyone said, yeah, there's over 30 odd DJs on there, and we can't all be on the same lines and same tips. And she'd like to big up Metro Love and all the other Genesis DJs there, you know what I mean? So that's with a respect to that caller there from Broccoli. And remember now, right, okay, we've got the quiet line, or what they say the quiet line is. But right now, I would say to man like Commissioner, you know what? That line for today needs to be turned off, because if someone's got to say something, I think that you should say it on the air, not pass it through a next man and let him interpretate it. Just say it. Now, one thing now, there's talking about the slack music, right? If you think some of the music that is slack, all right, and you don't know the DJs that are playing it, right, phone in and name the tunes them. Okay, phone in and name the tunes then what you think are slack, or times that this music is more prevalent than the rest of the times, or more obvious, okay? Give us that, you know what I mean? Give us something. But last week I was at home, and respect to OG Briggy and the Commissioner inside there holding up the station, and the man I'm saying this and that, and I'm saying, boy, hey, okay. So we're inside the house, right? Father Rowe's coming in later on, and the DJs are listening, and they're going to be phoning and passing in themselves. So it's up to you now to, let's quash this on the head, or we deal with it as we're dealing with it, We've got a blend of educational programs, information programs, okay? Because even in a sense, okay, educational, we get confused and mixed up with this word educational, okay, right? Well, the informational, yeah? It's information. We give out information, plus we draw information from you. We draw information from you, the people. You input into the station just as much as we output, okay? So the more input you give, or the more positive input you give, the more positive output you'll get, okay? So it's a two-tier situation. We're on a one-on-one with you, okay? We're on a one-on-one with you all the time, and we try to address your problems, and we try to get a fair balance. Like the young lady in Broccoli said, yeah, she likes certain shows. She likes to listen to those shows. Ron says he listens to other shows. He'll listen to the morning shows. He'll listen to certain DJs, and he knows that he's got a balance, yeah? So 0958 504 906. And there was a lot of talk last week, and it's like, boy, when Coolie come in the house, what? Gonna lose on the talk. Come in, Commissioner.
Yes. Well, boy, that quiet line's been going crazy, as Daddy Coolie said to you, and we may even turn it off, make you all come live. But Brother Ron, we had a sister phone up and says she agrees with you 100%. We had Brother B from the Lewisham region phone up, and he said, Commissioner, I'm the one that originally phoned and spoke to Daddy Coolie. Now, what he says is, it's called a hold on one sec, because we want to deal with this. But he's saying to Daddy Coolie, Genesis have a policy, they have a jingle that says no slap music back to back. And he's saying now, it's a cop-out for Daddy Coolie to come and ask you all, ask the public, what is slackness? Genesis have to tell us, the people, what they see as slackness. That's what he's saying. We're going to go back to him, but we're going to take this call first.
Hear what I'm saying to you, right? Let's not finish. What you want to do? You want to come on the air. It ain't no cop-out business, Bridging. We've got a jingle that says no slackness back to back. We have DJs that will play no slackness back to back, and they can use that jingle, okay? The DJs, them who their interpretation of their music isn't slackness, don't use that jingle, okay? So let's have it on the air. Ain't no cop-out business, because I'm here, and you're there, so let's go for it. 0958, sorry for that last caller, 504 906. Okay, coming now, yeah.
Yeah, sorry again, tune the phone and stop ringing. I'm just gonna finish off what not Bubbling Jed. We got Bubbling Jed in here as well, London Town. So, as one of the music DJs as well, you can speak to him as well and find out what he's got to say about it. And does he play slackness? Because some of them soca music, them well whiny and Benny. See? Anyway, as I said, Brother B from the Lewisham area says, listen, I'm going to name a tune. Is it Gal Gizada? We'll ask one of our DJs about that. And he said another one, All Dog Like We. And we had a sister in that phone from Sydenham and said one of the DJs that's playing slackness music is Scratch Master D. So, we've got a name of one so far, and Scratch is nothing personal, but the people are listening, and this is what they're saying. Now, getting back to Bubbly Jed. Bubbly Jed's in the house. Getting back to Brother B from the Lewisham region. Now, I'm going to say this again, right? He's saying that Genesis have a policy of playing no slack music at all. He says when that jingle was put together, what was Genesis' interpretation of slack music, okay? And he says that he doesn't feel that we should be here asking you all what slack music is. We should be telling you what Genesis policy is on the slack music business, all right? Don't forget 0958 504 906.
Okay, 0958 504 906. Oh, hello, good morning, Genesis.
It's Ron again.
Yes, Ron.
Well, I think I have enough right to defend Scratch Master D, because I listen to Scratch Master D every week, right? And I can't see where it's Scratch, so that why don't you shut up the quiet line, man? Let everybody come on the air. The live link. Because Scratch don't play no slack music. I listen to Scratch. If you set them up, you listen to Scratch on the shows. So let's format a they should say what tunes Slack play. Because I listen to Slack every week on Sunday afternoon. I don't know for Tuesday what he play, he and the other brother, the Big T.
Okay then.
Right? So, let's define if it's Sunday or Tuesday. Because I don't be at home to listen to Scratch on Tuesday.
Okay
but
then.
for Sunday, I can listen to Scratch. Because I listen to Scratch every Sunday.
All right, when you see what it is again, it's down to...
If you could cut out this silent link, man.
Cut off the silent line. Yeah, I feel so, but I'm going to cut it off too, you know, because, oh yeah, I agree with you, that one there side, you know what I mean? I'm not in the pass-on business, the Chinese whisper style. I'm not in...
Yeah, you just pass into the middleman.
Yeah, let's let have it at one-to-one, you know what I mean? That's how we
Yeah.
one-to-one.
Yeah.
All right then, blood.
Yeah, and the Dread, Bubble and Dread is there. I listen to Bubble and Dread every Sunday. And I don't hear E. And even saying to me, I don't hear no Slack music. So that was my favorite DJ too. So I don't know.
Okay, we'll take it there, right? We'll take it from there. Okay,
right.
Ron, respect, yeah?
Yeah, peace.
Yes, blood. We'll take a shot going out to run down there in the Peckham side of things, okay? Right, we're going to keep it on the live line, all right? Because, again, it's all about the interpretation of what you class as slackness music. So that's why some of the DJs are going to pass through and, in a sense, in the incrimination of saying the DJs them, you can name some of the tunes then, because we've had this discussion as well, if we should have a playlist. You know what I mean? If we should have a playlist to say what tunes can and cannot be played, okay? So we'll take this call anyway. Good morning, Genesis.
Good morning, Genesis. This is calling from... I'm just phoning because I just want to say that music, I believe, is a form of self-expression. And I'm a very conscious, very spiritual person. And because I love all music, and I love people, and I love my people especially. When I hear the music, when I look at it, even if some people might say it's slack, but I think, well, that's that person's deepest inner feeling. That's how they're feeling. And that's how they want to express what they're feeling. I don't see it as they're trying to book anybody's mind or anything. They're just expressing their inner feelings. And we have a choice whether or not we want to listen. I mean, if certain things seem like, you know, old dog like me, all those kind of things, I don't really listen to that because it doesn't really capture me, right? But if they're on that level in their way of thinking, what they like to do. They have their own time and space to grow and to learn and to find their own sort of self-respect and everything like that. Again, a lot of the people that probably are phoning in saying that slack music, I don't think they've ever even been to the countries where the people that are making that music live, because if they saw the way those people live and the things that they're exposed to, they might see it in a different way. Because a lot of people's feelings come from what they're exposed to, you know, on a wider scale. And I think people should just think a bit more about, you know, how they're living in other places, like in the Caribbean, even with soca music. I mean, the people in the Caribbean are so honest and open and free. You know, they talk about things like the physical body, a woman, you know, man, everything openly. They don't hide it. It's not a hidden thing, whereas in England, it's the train of thought, the society, everything is hidden. Everything is hidden. Everything to do with the personal human self is hidden. Deeper feelings are all hidden. It's a very conservative country.
Okay, sis, sorry to interrupt you. Can I just bring a point to you, okay?
Yeah, go on.
What you just said about, like, in the West Indies and people's experience, you know, and how they live differently. Again, in Africa, the whole thing about sex and around sex, they look at it differently to us here in the West. But what I wanted to say to you was, regarding like the West Indies and that now, I can remember there was a time, I think it was last year or the year before, when, what's that female DJ that was with Shabba? Patra, right? Patra went to do a tour, I think it was in St. Lucia. And all of the elders in St. Lucia got together and said, no way, we don't want her in the country because she will corrupt our children.
That is the elders, yeah, see that. But then again, they say that, but if it was a soca tune now, they wouldn't be saying it, because the way it's delivered in soca is different. It's delivered in a different way, not so raw. The lyrics are not, you know, you're left to your imagination with soca. Okay. That's why they can deal with it. But things like R. Kelly got stoned off the stage, Biggie Smalls got stoned off the stage in Jamaica.
That's right.
If you put a Jamaican tune on there with that woman with the blonde hair winding on the stage, they're all cheering, all the men.
Yeah.
You know, you understand what I'm saying? When you look at those dancehall videos and you see what goes on there, it's their way of interpreting. They can only do their way of doing it. Somebody else comes from a different culture, from the West, they explain them.
Okay, yeah, I understand
and I just think
that.
everybody needs to be open to what everybody else is and how they express themselves.
Okay, I hear that. Now I just want to put another scenario to you, see? Remember when, what's his name? What's that? Is it not Ninja Man? What's that DJ that came over and done a show at Academy and he was supported by Lady Saw?
Buju.
Buju. When Buju came,
Buju's
right?
conscious as well, yeah.
Okay, now I was at the Buju concert and Lady Saw came on first. And believe it or not, alright, the majority of the men around where I was anyway, and I didn't know them, but they just come to enjoy the show, the majority of them was well disgusted at what Lady Saw was saying and doing on the stage. You know, so...
You know what, like, she's a musician and she's in music. Where do you think she learned that stuff from? Because men do it all the time and they can get away with it. And women just think, well, if he can do it, we can do it.
Right.
You know, so where's the line going to be drawn? Because I don't particularly like Lady Saw. I don't particularly like her style. Me personally. And I was shocked to hear that Buju was doing the show with her.
Well, you see, again, you see, over in Jamaica, right, it's live and let live, and it's about who's doing it over there musically, right? And Lady Saw's got a very strong record on her album, right? And she says on her album, when she was doing the God Bless tunes and the righteous tunes, she couldn't feed her family. She done the tune like money. And then when she's gone on the slackness side now and just dealing with it, how man and man come up to her and deal with her and talk to her. And she's returned it back to them. She's up there as one of the top artists, but she does a tune on her album where I think it's called God Bless, right? Where she talks about where she first came. She said, I first came when I was doing the God Bless and blah, blah, and I couldn't put food on the table. So when I gave them what they wanted, now look at me, and you can't chat to me because I tried it your way, and now I have to do it the other way, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of outside influence.
She's expressing that in her music, and that's brilliant. So that no one can say nothing. She can go with a clear conscience.
Yeah, because she's done an album, and an album is a repertoire of all your tunes. Then you'll have some of your hits, and some tunes that you know sometimes don't get pushed to the forefront, you know what I mean?
So and in certain tunes, it has a little risk to it that the people love or something. You know, it might not even be the lyrics, it's the music.
It's the beat, man.
You know, it's the music. Because when I play it, sometimes I might play a certain tune, even like Little Kim. There's certain tunes of hers that I just love. The music, I think it's bad. I love it.
I know. Again, that is is like a new tune will come out, like as a DJ buying music, right? I'll go into the shop, right? And when I'm buying my tunes, then I ain't even listening to the lyrics more time. It's the beat that catches me first, you know.
That's right.
And then maybe sometimes the first line, and then by the time the man take off the tune, but you're into the beat, and then he starts mixing in the next one, and the next one they say, yeah. It's only now sometimes when you come home now, you sit back and you start studying the lyrics. Now you think, ooh. Then you done play 3 or 4 dance with them Tuesday, you done tear up the place, because again, the people them are listening to the beat. And it's only when they start to, it must be a good 3 months or so after they start digesting the actual lyrics, right? Because remember when Biggie Smalls came out, okay, and a lot of man played that tune there, right? If you listen to the lyrics, you know what the man says, if you actually listen to the Biggie, Give Me One More Chance, if you actually sat down and dissected the lyrics of what he actually says in that record, you know what I mean, you wouldn't even play that tune, but you know, every person would be out there singing it.
It's our culture as well, the American culture, so we don't check it. We're just hearing the tune, and that's what I'm trying to say. Where do you draw the line? And I also have this thing in me thinking, well, if you can make this brilliant music, and you can also put conscious lyrics, I mean, look at Sounds of Blackness with Craig Mack. Come on, that tune's going to be #1.
What tune's that, Craig Mack?
Sounds of Blackness with Craig Mack, The Spirit, yeah.
Okay, see. Well, you know, again, it might be and it might not get there, you know what I mean? But they had to mix the fusion, they had to fusion the two to get it out there, you know what I mean?
It's all conscious, but if you get the right flavour with the music, the production, you got to, you know, and the people, if they got that in their heart, then it can work. You know, but I think it's about educating people on that level, like, make that brilliant music, then you can put certain lyrics on it, and the way it sounds, like if you have a rapper in there, make it sound raw, but he's talking about the spirit too, but it's sounding like proper rap music, you know? Okay. So I just think if people in the music business can get that balance, and we're laughing, you know?
Yeah. That's right,
and that's it. But that's all I wanted to say, and, you know, just because, because we're sort of focusing too much on, the negative, but music is love, music is beautiful. Music is a rhythm of life, man. When people pray, they pray in a musical tone, man. So, you know, it's music. Let's just do something about it then, like, if that's the case. Do something.
Okay.
You know, producers, whatever, do something.
Okay,
yeah?
All right, then. So, thanks for your call. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Beverly from Bayswater.
Hi, Beverly. Thanks for the call, yeah?
You're welcome.
Respect, yeah?
Take care. Peace.
Okay. Commissioner, step up. 0958 504 906. Okay, on the music style there. Also, we did have another topic that says, who did you vote for and why? And what effect do you think the vote will have on us now? And if you did not vote, why didn't you vote? Where we like to say where we're gonna go from here. Okay, last week I called in and then said yeah, and people phoned in and one said yeah, I agree that we should vote. Other people said, boy, it's nothing to do with us. Okay, we should have an agenda so we can go to them and tell them what we want. Okay, the next part is in now. Okay, the Labour Party is in, so we're gonna wait another 5 years now to get ourselves organised and give up. Or what are we gonna do? Or we're just gonna leave it and let it run. You know what I mean? On the slackness side of music, on a thing, like I said, you go out to buy your tunes then. When you're in the record shop and you're buying your tunes, then it's the beat. And they're always revamping the old beat. So more time it's a tune that you know in your mind. You say, yeah, I know that rhythm. And you're saying, yeah. And you hear two catchy lyrics on it. And they say, yeah, and that's it. And then you just go out and you burst it. It's what's on the tempo. And like Commissioner said, in Jamaica, the man and my chatting has certain things that they feel. Because there was a time over there where the gunman tunes them and the slackness tunes was prevalent, hard. Every tune that came out on a 7-inch 4/5 was a gunman tune about shooting this and shutting that. And they've looked from it and they've learned, and there's less gunman tune coming out from Jamaica now, you know what I mean? And the slackness, there was a time, right, if you kind of phrase the words like Panani and Bum Flick and On My private parts was relevant, rammer, and all those things was more relevant and more hardcore, and they've toned it down to a bit more side of the innuendo side of things now, you know what I mean? And that's how we are as a cultural people. We say things like behind curtains and behind closed doors, you know what I mean? And it's only like when we find out the meaning of the word, you know what I mean? Like, okay, the word freak me. Okay, a lot of people say freak me, slack. I remember when I first heard freak me, I'm talking on my personal side now, I heard this word freak me, I didn't know it meant anything more than a man just, I just put it as another word for sex, basically, you know what I mean, or the F word. Rather than him saying the F word, he's saying freak me. So I'm saying, okay, he's using a different word to express himself, you know what I mean? Now down the lines, that word's interpretation on the American side of things is dealing with a whole heap of nastiness. But again, the youths, them or us over here, we don't look at it at that interpretation side of it because we're just listening to as the beat and the word, and you learn as you go along. You say, oh, is that what that meant? You didn't know. It's like down low, okay? Down low means a certain thing, right? When I first used to hear the tunes about down low, I thought the man was talking about secret affairs and, you know what I mean, keeping things quiet. And now it means another thing. This is how you get on the street, people are telling you. And if we listen to everybody's different interpretations of what this word means and that word means, I tell you, there's a lot of music that wouldn't be played. You know what I mean? There's a lot of tunes that wouldn't be played. So 0958 504 906. Okay, and like we said, we've got the two subjects we're talking about. Who did you vote for and why? And what effect do you think this will have on you, have on us now? And if you did not vote, why didn't you vote? Okay, what is your meaning, or what do you think is going to happen now? All right, and last week's talk show was a lot to do on the slackness music that's creeping in on Genesis, and we said, okay, we had a meeting, and I said, all right, let's name names and mention, and that's what we're waiting for from you now. 0958 504 906. And it's not basically a cop-out because it's different strokes for different folks. So unless you put it down in black and white to me, then I can't deal with it, you know what I mean? And if you tell the DJs why you class it as slap music, why you think it's slap music, then maybe because they might be seeing it on a different side of things, okay? Commissioner.
Okay, we're going to take this live link, London Town. No, we lost it. Anyway, I wanted to say as well, concerning the music, just dealing with the music again, you've got a lot of producers, a lot of the large record companies that are actually signing up in Jamaica, producing music in Jamaica, and they as well are telling the artists, the female and the male singers, DJs, everything, what they want out on the streets. Now, we may not know this, you know, so, again, we've got some of the management in here, and we're going to be going into it a lot harder. But this is one of the things I believe. I actually one time went up to Island Records, that's it, to talk to them about an artist. And the brother that's responsible for reggae music is a Jewish man. And he said to me, boy, right now, this is the music that we are going to be promoting. And this is a Jewish man telling me what they're going to promote for our DJs to play in their dances. And you know what? Because they've got the finance and they're such a big organizations with the outlets, with everything, it does end up, you know, that more often than not, our DJs end up playing these same tunes in the dance hall, thinking that they're playing what the people want, but it's what is being promoted. All right, it's what the producers are making out. You understand? So we want to go into it. I want to hear you all and what you've got to say. All right. Now we've got Uncle D in the studio, and you know we're going to hear what he's got to say as well about it. So keep those calls rolling in. As I said to you, this is an opportunity today, London Town, where you have the management in, all of the management in. You have that opportunity today. So. If you, and what we heard from last week, a lot of people said that they are having problems with a lot of the shows, well, not even a lot, but with some of the shows, some of the music that they're playing. You've heard Daddy Coolie there tell you about, you know, because a lot of people thought it would just be reggae music. No, it's not just reggae music. There's a lot of rap music out there. There's a lot of other music that is saying things, you know, that, is it what our children should be listening to? You know, I'm a firm believer that music educates. Are these the kind of things what we want our children? Are you prepared, you know, London Town? Do you mind that your children are learning about sex education through music? You're not telling them, they're learning it through music.
Okay, also let's take it on another point of level as well, right? Okay, well, we're talking about the slackness, the music side of it. Okay, let's get for real on this as well, okay, because a lot of people have up, a lot of the educational DJs as well. A lot of people have us up for what's actually said over the air, okay? So there's always going to be people that's going to find some form of problem in something, okay? Because it's just a way of life. Yeah, a lot of people have up some of the educational DJs. A lot of people have up myself sometimes on music, sometimes on things that I say over the air. You know what I mean? But again, it's a feeling of how you interpret things and how you look through life. Okay, and we here on Genesis, at least we give you the opportunity to air your views and get across. Now, last week, I was sitting down and I'll be honest, I was asleep, and the part I caught of the show, I never caught what Construction said. Okay, and he said he was troubled because I've listened back to the tape, and he then classed and mentioned the dance, and then the DJ on the air turned around and said it's for the management to sort out. Well, the management's in there, and let me just clear up something. I'm not just stepping back on nothing, right? But hear what? That dance was put on by a young adult on the station. It was, the only thing it had to do with Genesis was it was a presenter from Genesis, okay? Our Genesis DJs was there to support because we support one another, all right? And it was put on like it was a Genesis dance. It was a birthday party. And we was there, and we was enjoying ourselves, and we was all as adults, right? And it wasn't put up on the concept of our music, or the Genesis music policy of how we should do things out there. Now, personally, we had a little touch with this, Father Rose, inside the house, when we put on the God Squad, okay? And we said anything that we put under, and we mentioned the God Squad, right? That God Squad jingle and no slackness, right? We would make sure that no slackness music would be played at that venue there, because that is what we put on over the air. So we said, right, that function is where we're going to deal with it as a Genesis function, as an original God Squad, that no slackness as absolutely would be played. Like again, now there's 29 or 30 or different DJs, street DJs, who are at the street each and every Saturday and Sunday working the circuit, okay? And they're buying tunes and playing tunes that are relevant on the street today, what people go out and want to hear. Now, as Commissioner touched on there, if the producers out there changed their format and what they want to flood the market with, then the DJs on the street then could have a more balance to change what they're playing. They'll be playing what's hits and beating out there on the street, okay? We're buying our tunes what are there. Okay, and Father Rose in the house, and he says to lock off that quiet line. There, okay, all right. So 0958 504 906, And I don't see, me personally, as part of the management, I don't see no, how to say, was it good over? I don't know. Father Rowe, come in, you're there. Hello, Genesis.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, yes, go again.
Hi. Just about the slackness that you said about promoters and what they decide to flood the market with. I mean, my opinion is that they flood the market with the music and it's people who are buying it. If the people didn't buy it, then they would explore that type of you can pay what people actually want to buy. I mean, that's my opinion.
Oh, okay. Well, let's put it this way, right? You see, like now when we go to buy tunes, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Now, they check a beat and a reference and a star that they fling out and play, yeah? But you see the money man that are behind flooding the market, right? What goes into the charts and what is more relevant and easier to get. They decide that way before we go to the shops. You know what I mean?
I know, but then if there is a demand for that type of music, I mean, I understand what you're saying about the beat, etc., etc., but if people took time to actually listen to what was actually playing, they wouldn't buy it. Therefore, there wouldn't be the market. They'd have to withdraw that type of music.
I don't think, you see, what it is now, you see, a lot of it is, you know, we think that it's the music that we buy and they talk about X amount of millions of tunes that are bought. In the Reggae Music Foundation, it's not in the millions, okay? It's in the hundreds and the thousands, yeah? But the bigger order, market order, they give away thousands of tunes. They push thousands of tunes through like it's nothing. So they make sure that their tune is out. So it's not even whether we're buying it or not. It's all marketing.
Right, so it's not exactly, so it's, I mean, they're putting out things for the people, but it's not based on what the people buy as such. I mean, that's got a very small percentage of
that's a very small percentage. They flood it so much, it's you know, it's like you hear it and you grow accustomed to it, you know, it's like the tune grows on you, but it's how they push it through. It's not even on what we buy, you know. The charts and their program and their charts is decided by them inside their actual offices, like their Sony, their MCR and all that. They have thousands of tunes that they just give away and say, right, we're going to lose this, and you know, on line of buying and giving away, the DJs on equal par with what the promoters them just give away.
Well, fair enough. I mean, if that's how it works, and there's very little we can do, really, is there? Okay.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, this is D-Rowe speaking now. Alien all my people first, which means black people first, and, you know, anybody else who wants to be offended, I'm not really bothered about that because I'm not here for anybody else. I'm only here for my people, yeah? So the first thing I'm going to start talking about is the dance last week, because I was in that dance until it finished, yeah? Well, we had a DJ on the station. I think he's got a problem with himself because everywhere he goes, he seems to be having problems, yeah? He's always arguing with people. Now, naturally, his arguments outside of Genesis shouldn't be attacked on Genesis, but he believes that he should attack his argument on Genesis. Now, I don't think that's right. I believe if he's got a problem, he should come and talk to everybody else. Now, the first problem was that he talked about slack music. Now, I'm a man who's going to lick out against even my own DJs then, yeah? So I'm licking out against Metro Love, I'm licking out against Scratch. On the night, Scratch weren't playing in the dance, Metro was playing in the dance. Metro is a man who knows how I think, so obviously he's not going to play no slack tunes in the dance. So I'm in the dance, I didn't hear him play no slack tunes. Now, if a man wants to talk about the slackness, the first thing a man better start checking is who was playing the slack music. Was it a Genesis DJ or not? That brother that come on the radio should have known better because he knows who was playing in the dance. Now, no Genesis DJ played any slack music. And to be quite honest, because I ain't afraid of no one, so I can talk me, yeah? The man who was playing the slack music was from another station, from Power Jam, to be quite honest, Sugar Dread as well. Because I'm not afraid of no man, so I can talk my mind, yeah? So when this brother's phoning up Genesis and complaining, he should name who he's talking about, because it weren't no Genesis DJ. So that's the first thing what I want to get out of the airwaves first. Genesis DJs had nothing to do with the slack music what was playing in that dance. It was this man them who was from the other stations. So don't get Genesis mixed up in that. That's number one. Now the next thing what I want to talk about, yeah, there is slack music playing on Genesis, yeah, and I'm not in control of every man. I can tell him something and keep running up my phone bill and phoning him and saying, yo, that tune can't play. But I mean, he needs to work out for himself. So if you've got a problem with somebody, don't be phoning up the station and making it look like everybody. Point out who it is. I know the DJs who I've got a problem with, and I'm not afraid to talk. The DJs who I've got a problem with is Scratchmaster D, is Metro Love. They're tidying up their act still, but they're a bit slow at tidying it up. I've got a problem with them Monday. I've got a problem with some of the educational DJs, because they're on a trip where they're looking about their own ego. And this thing isn't about no one's ego. This is about the people. If I was to be quite honest and try and say to myself, did I put this station on to make money, or did I put it on for the people? I'm going to tell you straight up, I didn't put it on to make money, because money can't be the first thing in life. It has to be the second thing in life. First thing is, we need a free mind, yeah? Forget about money, because when money gets in the picture, you know it gets crappy. Because when money gets in the picture, what does people do? They start selling things what money will bring. Now, that's where the negative music come in. All these little reducers, because I don't understand what producer means, because if you're a producer, then produce something for the people. Do not produce something for money. Let's start working for the people. Because I'm in the record business, and records sell 3,000s and 4,000s. And that's because that shows the mentality of the people out there. If it was people out there of really smarty minds, these records would be selling a lot more than they're selling. So, you know, let's look at it from a different point of view now. The videos, what are made with these tunes, they're showing more slackness than anything else. So I believe to myself, then, if it's the videos, we've got a problem with videos, but we're not in control of that. So let's leave that alone. And if it's the TV, let's leave that alone, because we're not in control of that, yeah? Because everyone talks about, well, look at what the TV's doing. Forget about what the TV's doing. It's controlled by other than us. We are controlling our destination, yeah, and trying to do something. The punks what come on the air and start talking about Genesis should be doing this and Genesis should be doing that. Ask them what they're doing in the community, yeah? Ask these people to phone in today, because I'm in there and I'll be answering some of the questions what they ask, yeah, because I'm being real today. I'm not coming in there to punk out this thing, because I hear enough man coming on the radio and talking like they're real. They're real for themselves, because they're not helping no one but themselves. Ego tripping. This ain't no ego tripping thing. This is about helping people, yeah? Nothing to do with money. This is about helping people. You listen to Genesis as well. Dance adverts are not played too regular on this station, because if it is, I make sure that we're going to get paid properly, yeah, and a man ain't going to want to pay for it, so he can keep that and go and give it to Power Jam and them little idiot stations, yeah. I'm not into no idiot vibes. I'm into helping my people. I'm not looking for easy cop out or to grab some money. I'm looking to just get some education into the area, because if we're going to say to ourselves, yeah, that we're black people, everybody has a problem with, some people say, well, I'm not black, I'm a Nubian, or rare. Well, I realize what black means, yeah? For me, this is what black means. It means a responsibility of a dead nation of people. And black people, yeah, who don't realize what the word means, yeah, they should get to understand it's a dead nation of people. A set of people who are going around preaching religions what has nothing to do with them, going around spending their money in white man's shops, going around doing a lot of things what's not helping us, it's helping everybody else but us. When we do start helping ourselves, we start fighting against one another. So me personally, what I want to tell everybody, yeah, Genesis is trying their best to get information out into the air. A lot of information what comes across the air, I don't agree with, but there's people out there from different walks of life, yeah? So if there's people out there from different walks of life and you say you're the people's station, then deal with the people and stop getting these little creeps like phoning up the station and complaining. If you've got a complaint to make, anytime you phone this station, don't talk unless you're going to call the name, or keep it to yourself. Because right now, I think Genesis on a Sunday morning between 11 and 2 has even 500,000 people listening. So if we've got half of people listening, we're doing bigger works, yeah, than what Jesus is doing, because Jesus only spoke to 600 people at one time. So if you've got a problem with us, then switch over and listen to somebody else, because we ain't into no playing about with nobody, yeah? If a man's got a problem with anything what I'm saying as well, you don't have to phone the station, no, you just come and deal with me personally, because I'm a man, yeah? Don't try and use the station to get at nobody, because this ain't no getting at no one thing, you know? This is about being real, yeah? Well, that's why I'm coming here today, because man's saying, boy, it's nothing to do with me, and the management should sort it out. Well, I'm here to sort it out, yeah? I'm coming here today to make sure that everybody understands that I'm not backing none of them slack tunes what's played on the air. But I can't be standing in the studio 24 hours a day or 18 hours a day when it's on in the week. I've got to just do what I can do. I've got a life to live as well, yeah? But I still remember that I've got my people to think about. So I put a station on and get information out there to help you, the people, not to help me, because if it was, I'd be playing peer dance adverts and making this money and keeping peer dances. It's not about making money. It's all about getting some kind of awareness in the air so that when we sit down in a room now, we can all be thinking like one another. Not like you're thinking separate from how I'm thinking. Let's all have some kind of place where we can meet on our ideas. If we don't have no one standing up for us, we ain't gonna never have no one to say, well, let's do this together or let's do that together. Everybody wants to make money. That's all it's about. Money, money, money. Well, I'm going to tell you now, for me, it's not about money, 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 because if I want to get some money, I'm going to start being like everybody else, yeah? I'm trying to help my people meaning black people. I don't care if you're out there and you're white and you feel away, that's your problem, yeah, because you got somebody looking for you, you got the TVs, yeah? You got the TVs, you got Capital, you got all the other stations what are looking out for you. I'm doing something for my people because that's my responsibility, because I realize that I'm black and I realize what the word black means. It's a dead nation of people, yeah? It ain't nothing else but a dead nation of people. So, you know, whether or not I agree with the educational DJs or not, what they're saying, I agree with some of what they say, but I don't agree with everything what they say. But there you go. Even I don't agree with everything, so I don't expect you to agree with everything, but just take what you can and leave what you don't want. Because if you get a plate of food and there's something in the plate what you don't want to eat, you leave that and you eat what you want to eat. Yes, so let's just get it from that point. So here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to come off of this ear, open up the phone line. If a man's got something where he wants to ask me about, he can ask me about it, yeah? Because I'm not afraid to answer any questions, yeah? I'm just pointing out the man them who's on my station who is giving out the problems. Now, if you've got a problem with that, then you've got a problem with it, but I'm going to be straight and talk about the man that was on my station. So you want to say, phone up and ask me about a Pacific DJ, just phone in, because I've listened to every DJ on the station. It don't matter what time of night he's on. He could be on 3 till 6 or 12 till 3. I'm listening. I don't really listen to the evening shows as much as I listen to the night shows, because I really need to know what's going on. So logically, we're going to open back up the phone line now, because we just switched off the phone to make sure we could let me get out what I had to say. Now, before I even come off this here, I want to say two more things. I want to play two jingles, yeah, and make you understand where I'm coming from, yeah. And the first one I'm going to play is the God Squad, yeah. No, the first one we're going to play is the People Station. Now play that jingle for me, bro.
We are the People Station. We are Genesis FM, London.
That means we are the Black People Station. That's what that means. We are the Black People Station. We're stating out who we are today. It's not about who you're guessing we are. We're telling you who we are, yeah? We're not into no games today, yeah? So anyone's got any problems, just phone in, because we're going to open the phone line in a minute. And this is the next one.
The God Squad.
906.
Because the people that saying, who's the man behind these jingles? I make the jingles, yeah? These jingles, what you're complaining about, saying you're copying out behind them jingles, I make the jingles because I realize what I'm doing when I'm doing it. Now, the reason why I've made that one the God Squad, yeah? I'm telling everybody why it's there. If you are getting into people's houses and you're getting into people's cars, you're getting into people's workplaces, even the cemetery, we get into everywhere once you're in the radius of our transmitter. That means we're talking to you all at one time. So that makes us the God Squad, because when you talk to people, Christians and that, and you say to them, who is God or where is God? They say God's here, there and everywhere. So if Genesis is floating through the air and he's coming into your house, then it's definitely some kind of godly vibes. So on that note, we're going to open back up the phone line.
Okay, London Town, you heard that. That's from the management live and clear. You got Mr. D. Rowe in the house, and he's just giving it to you like it is. 0958504906 gets you through to the house, okay? And boy, you can hear it. It's just firing right now. So phone in and ask your questions, London Town. We're going to take this live link call. Sorry, we lost the call. London Town. If you'd like to try again. 0958 504 906. We're going to take this call. Good afternoon. You're in tune to Genesis 91.6 FM.
Yes, respect. This is Steve from... Yeah, I just calling up on the issue about the slackness, yeah?
Yeah, Bridget.
Yeah, respect to the management, I just reason that because I personally tune in Genesis for get it so far, man.
Okay, hold it.
Telling them with them.
Okay, Bridget, hold on a second. I'm going to let you talk to D. Rowe, okay?
All right.
Yeah, hold on. We just turned off the other line because we got a call on the other line. Could you repeat what you just said, please?
Yeah, calling in about the slackness issue. What I'm saying is that I listen to Genesis for, the cultural vibes, right? It's like, I get the cultural vibes from Genesis, but what I'm saying, Genesis ought to stand for no slackness, because I feel there are plenty of the piano radio station out there playing slackness anyway, and they're only promoting somebody else's agenda, because black people really and truly, music is spiritual and dance and all that, everything in context, but if you have like a cultural station, you have to stick to it, And like last night, for instance, I turned on the radio, I hear some tune, Shelly or whatever, and I turned on the radio right away, because for me that was like a shock. That was like the first time I think I listened to Genesis, and I hear, why would turn my slackness music anyway, because I don't even listen to it.
All right, brother, listen to what I'm saying now. What do you say, Shelly Ann?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but like, there's a thin line there, isn't there?
There's what?
A thin line there.
How do you mean?
Well, you can look at Shelly Ann from, 2 points, can't you? And it is cleaning up the community as much as it's derogatory in the community. It's pointing out something what we do need to point out, isn't it?
Right. Well, I couldn't really comment because I don't even know the tune. But
I'm glad you brought that up as well, because you know what, I was driving through Streatham the other night, and I'm thinking this is South London, but it don't look like South London, it look like West End. So Shelly Ann does need to be played, bro.
All right. Well, then it's my fault in that way, because I didn't listen to the tune.
I'm glad you come on. I'm glad you came on with that.
Right.
I'm glad you come on with that, car. We got to start looking at where the problems are coming from, and it does come from the music.
Yeah, it comes from the music, because music influences people's attitude, and it might start as a joke, like listen to a certain thing, and then
it's like that. All right, listen to this then. It's like that tune Fudgy. If you play Fudgy, for 1 minute and 40 seconds, it's okay. You see, if you play that tune for 1 minute and 66 seconds, that tune is more derogatory than anything else.
So what do you mean? It's two versions of the tune, or?
No. The first part of the tune's all right.
See.
Yeah?
Well, I don't even know, because to tell the truth, one of them tune, even though I would say I don't listen to slackness, right? That one tune I would term slackness, I listen to, and it have a cultural vibe to it, because it's like a man saying, well, this is what happening, but no, it's not right. But yes, he's thinking about it, right? So on a level like that, I could say, yeah, this man bridging a gap here. Right, but then they have some tune, they go on, and they're not really promoting anything positive for the community. And I feel them tune they shouldn't really be promoted on a radio station who stand for, you know what I'm saying?
Stand for.
A radio station who stand for what Genesis is standing for.
Pause. We stand for black people, we stand for our people.
Yeah.
We're cutting it short today, we're just being real today, yeah? It's all about black people, it ain't about nothing else. You want to call yourself anything else, I'm going to make sure you understand my ideology behind black today.
Well, listen, I'm talking about black too, but I'm saying...
Yeah, so we'll just get straight to the point and just deal with what we're talking about. We ain't going to play up today, we're going to just get real with the point.
All right. Well, all I'm saying, right? All I'm saying is that Genesis shouldn't be playing slack music. Me as a listener, I saying that I listen to Genesis, I like the vibes, but they shouldn't be playing slack
music. Could you please point out a slack tune for me so I can, have an understanding as well?
All right. Well, as I say, last night was really only the first instance where it happened, but even though it was the first, it was a shock time on still, I didn't really like to listen to it on radio.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Father, and what it is with me, I'm just trying to be here to, try and get some kind of understanding from the people. Because I know what I don't like, But obviously, that's one man's view. You get me? I'm like...
True. That's why more people have to call in and...
Those
make it
jingles,
balanced, yeah.
like, no slack music back to back. That's my idea.
True.
Those jingles, what says, who goes there? The God Squad. That's my idea.
Yeah.
I'm not in the studio.
Respect.
I don't play music. I haven't got the time for it. If I try doing everything, then I'm going to mash up everything. So...
it's not down to one man. Everybody have to make their positive contribution.
Yeah, I believe that if we're going to do something for the people's input does count. But here what I don't like, when people's inputs are going to be put in, when they're hiding behind the curtains.
Seeing. Well, I was saying, right, I listen a lot of positive messages on Genesis. Like, for instance, during the week, I just hear a brother just come out with like African program, and he had on like some knowledgeable brother talking about things that happening, in like Africa, and you need a balanced out view. We have plenty intelligent people out there. Like, get some sociologists, some historians and all them things there, and let people bring down the rail, farm some, some inspiration. Not just I don't know if I put it. Everybody contributes something, as I say, and like this date that coming up, the 26th of May, maybe that would be a good day for everybody for like get a vibe and come in and start something from there,
Okay, brother, can I ask you a question now, please?
Yeah, man, come
How
through.
long you been listening to Genesis?
How long? Well, I would say at least a year now, at least maybe going on to a year now.
And we've been about 5 years fighting the struggle, yeah? And I'm sure, right, there's a lot of people what will say the same thing as you. I've only heard this about a year. So in the years before that, who were they listening to? And was the people what they was listening to doing the work what we're doing? Those are the questions what I'm here today to ask.
Mm-hmm. Well, as I can see, you asked me what have I been listening to before?
No. I didn't ask you directly. I just said to you, we've been on for 5 years, yeah, and you've only been listening to us for a year, and whatever everybody else was listening to, was it as positive as what's going on today? That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah, well, respect for Genesis because for 5 years that is a long struggle, right?
Without these little idiot promoters, yeah, who's putting on these dances, right, to rip off people backing us as well, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Try to remember that part as well. We've been on for 5 years, and, we do play dance adverts.
Is it fact?
We do play dance adverts now, yeah? We don't play a lot of them, but we've been on for 5 years without, the support of even, the public. Because, everybody thinks Genesis is a bit too heavy, or they can't get with what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Well, people are gonna wake up, and if they don't wake up, well, I'm sorry for them,
Yeah. Well,
continue with the struggle, because it's well needed in these
brother,
things,
brother, I agree with you. You know what else I am gonna say on that note is that we're gonna do what we have to do anyway, because this is not about wanting. This is about needing.
Aye, yeah, carry it through, man, and respect, because the Almighty living, I am back in all the ways. Just carry it forward, man.
Brethren,
yeah.
Me, right? I have 5 youth. Yeah, me. Yeah. And I don't want my youths to be listening to no derogatory. Yeah, so first of all, I'm going to deal with my youths, what I don't want for my youths. And what I don't want for my youths, I don't want for your youths, my brother.
Yes.
Every man, all right. At the end of the day, even some of the man who's making these tunes and talking the crap, and the reducers behind them, yeah, who's putting up this crap, yeah, they've got kids as well, but you see what it is? They put money in front of their kids.
Yeah, that is wrong. It starts from the family, and that point you about what is not right for your kids shouldn't be right for others. It's about the family, because right then and there...
Do you know one other thing? I want everybody to understand. Every station out there, yeah, what is working in the community is working for the community, yeah? All right. So then, if you're working for the community, define who you're working for. That's why I'm telling you today. We're working for black people. So we got no problems with nobody. If you don't like what we're saying, don't listen to us. Go and listen to someone else. Because you've got them little other idiot pirate stations, yeah, out there, who's talking about their community stations. Yo, people want to start phoning them up and telling them, get with the program, because I've had man from other pirate stations phone me up and tell me, You got to get that off, man. You can't be getting, you're getting too political, you're getting too black. You got to cut that down. I said, brethren, let me tell you, I don't live off my station, yeah? I'm doing what I believe is right for my people. It's not about money. All right, brother, let's let somebody else come through, yeah?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, big up Genesis all the time.
No slack. Music back to back.
This is Genesis.
9216.
Yeah. So you got the man like Father D-Rowe inside the house, and it's real on the big 916. Commissioner's in the house. Got to say big shout to driver that's passing through, and all tight the bubbling D. We'll take the next call. Hello, Genesis.
Yes, hello, this is Dee from Lewisham.
Hello, D.
How you doing? Boy, I can hear Dennis Rowe very, very angry, and my heart goes out for him and everybody who's in the Genesis crew at the moment. All I'm just saying is some word of encouragement, and not to let anybody tell you what to do. You've decided to educate and re-educate the black people, and I think you're doing a wonderful work. There's no other pirate station that I've listened to so far that's doing same sort of thing, and I've been committed in listening to Genesis for well over a year now, and my station is always locked in to Genesis. Obviously, I can't say much. I can't criticize the other Genesis DJ because I don't listen to the music. I'm at work, but Saturday morning, Sunday and Sunday night with Briggy, I listen intensively, and I've learned a lot. I've always supported, always telling people to listen to Genesis, and whatever your aims and objective that you set out to do, you should stick to it and make sure that anybody in Genesis that come on, stick with your program. If they can't stick to the program, then I'm sorry, then it's best if they think about moving on somewhere else. But I'm here. We're here for you, Genesis crew, Dennis Rowe. You're very angry, and I understand that you're angry, and you have every right to be. I don't really understand what everything is going on, but I'm listening to you this morning. I can hear the anger in your voice. But the good work, and we're here for you, and I hope that the 26th of May will go smoothly and everybody will get something out of attending your Black Awareness Day. So keep up the good work and don't give up. That's all I've got to say.
Sis, it's not about giving up. when you get in your car and you drive it down the road and you want to get to a destination, you never stop before you get there.
Exactly. And keep up the fight. Don't. Because if you do, then you're going to disappoint a lot of people.
Sis, you know what the fight's all about? I was a winner from the day I was in my mother's womb because I was fighting from there. So I'll never give up the fight.
Right.
As long as there's breath in me, I'll be doing what needs to be done.
Yes. And I'm behind you.
No, I know that. I know any positive black person out there is going to be behind Genesis' concepts, because it's all about positive people. And the negative ones, we're going to try and work on them.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just throw them to one side.
No, we're working on them.
Yes, they need hard work, because remember, we've been asleep for so long, and, over 400 years, it means it's going to take probably another 400 years to wake us up.
451.
Yeah, 451.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, then.
All right, sis.
Okay, take care.
Peace, power.
Power, yes.
That's right, 0958 504 906.
Yes. It's no longer a secret. It's official. Bank Holiday Monday, May 26th. Black Awareness Day. Yes, Black Awareness Day. The venue, Moonshot Community Center, Pagnell Street, New Cross, SE14. On this day, we will be highlighting 3 major issues affecting our black community. 1, black education, the way forward. 2, black economics in our community. 3, black on black violence. What's the solution? Remember, 26th of May, Black Awareness Day. This event is sponsored by Genesis Enterprises, Guidance and Oneness.
Good afternoon, you're locked to Genesis. What's your name, where you're calling from?
My name is Ron.
Hi Ron, how you doing?
I want to speak about that. You firing from all cylinders this morning.
Alright.
Brother D, respect, man. I love how you say the word when you define it black and all people.
Yeah, when I said Ron, you see, in this
I like how you define yourself when you said black and you emphasize.
Yeah, you see what it is, Ron?
And my people respect because I know you're blue, blacker than black like me. Yeah, for real. I know, and I hope black people realize what you're saying this morning to them, because you're not joking or no pussyfooting around, It's sometimes it's finished,
Yo, you see what it is, right, Ron? You see, when you're going to talk to somebody, if you're going to cut your words, you might as well not talk about it. Just allow it, you get me? That's why I see some man that say, boy, I'm not into this, and next minute they're into it. You see me? If I say I'm not into something, I'm not into it. Like when they was going to march for Stephen Lawrence and all that crap, I said, yo, me, I'm not into that. See, because you see what happens. At the end of the day, let's get the story right. And what are we really dealing with? Are we dealing with our people? Everyone phones up the station and says, oh, kill this, kill that, kill that. I don't want to hear it, man. You want to kill people? Do that. Don't tell me about it. I'm not interested.
Respect,
Because you're going to use us as a scapegoat, hide behind your phone the station, say, oh, you should go and kill this and kill that. Yo, it's not about talking about what you should be doing. It's about doing what you should be doing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I'm not here to incite nothing.
Nothing.
Saying,
I know that.
Yo, time's out now, man. Time's out. I don't care where you come from. Time's out. Yeah? If you're dealing with business, just deal with it on a proper level. And if you're dealing with your people, deal with it on a proper level. Yeah? And don't make, because you're earning £5 more than another man, you think you're better than a man, or people respect you a little bit more, or your name's called in, you think you're better than people. Because you see people like that, they're worse than the ones that are out there doing the bad works.
You better believe it, because
we know where the bad works is coming from. It's ever been white people, isn't it?
No.
Yo, it's ever been white people. Listen to me. You find a black man that goes on like a devil and really work out what is he trying to act like. And he's trying to be sophisticated. He's trying to act like a white man. Yeah.
True.
These black people that get into positions and look down at their own. Well, me personally, I've got a differentiation of blacks and niggers. I think the ones who are weak, I call them niggers, and the ones who are trying to do something in the community, I call them black.
Yeah.
All right, look at the white man's word, sophisticated. Now, I'm going to cut this call in a minute, right, Ron, but there's 4 things what I want to tell everybody, yeah? And they just get the dictionary, right, and look up these 4 words. Look up black, white, yeah? Love and sophisticated. So that's black, white, love and sophisticated. Those 4 words, right? Everyone needs to look into it and see where they find themselves.
It's true, brother D. It's true.
Yeah, I've looked at those 4 words and I know where I find myself, but I won't tell no one where I found myself in those 4 words, yeah?
Yeah.
It's up to you to find yourself in them 4 words.
Well, I in those 4 words, brother D.
I beg your pardon, bro?
I in those words defining there. I some 3 of them was defined there.
Beg your pardon?
And the word, I in one of the words trying to define their black,
Yeah, well, you're in one of the words, what they define in black.
I'm black.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, look at black, white, love, and sophisticated. Look at those 4 words. Look at them 4 words. You can't look at one without looking at the other 3.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And then you'll find who is who. Yeah?
All right, brother D.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, London Town, we're going to keep rolling. You've got us all in the house. You've got the D Rowe, you've got Bubbling D, you've got the Drum, you've got the Daddy Coolie, and you have myself, the Commissioner, okay? We're just going to keep it rolling. And remember that live link, 0958504906. We've got plenty of phones ringing inside the studio, but who's prepared to come live? You know, this is an opportunity where you have the management in here, and you can ask them what you want to ask them, you know, regarding Genesis as a station. You heard it there from D Rowe. Genesis is working towards us, for our people, all right? It's all about us. We're going to take this live link, London Town. Good afternoon, you're in tune to Genesis 91.6 FM. What's your name and where you're calling from, please?
Good afternoon, my name is Nadine and I'm calling from South London.
Good afternoon, Sister Nadine.
Hiya, I'd like to speak to Mr. Rowe.
Okay, you got him.
Okay, I've been listening to Genesis off and on for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
And I would like to say that Genesis are doing a very good job in the community, but if you wish to compare yourselves to God doing the work of God, you have to be able to take counsel.
Sis, could you say that again, please?
Right. I'm saying if you wish to compare yourselves to that of God or the works that God does, in reference to the God Squad,
yeah.
people such as yourselves need to be able to take counsel. And to me that means constructive criticism.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Okay then, right. Going back to what the elderly gentleman said when he phoned earlier about having people on your station that are more learned than yourselves, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful sense.
Beg your pardon? Are doing what?
Sorry. People that are more learned than yourselves, people that have more information than you on specific subjects, right?
I'm learning, sis, like you.
Yeah, exactly. We're all learning, but what I'm saying is that there are people out there that have more information than you. And that
okay, sis, let me cut you there. Let me just cut you there and just say one thing, and you can get back to your point. There's people out there more learned than me. I'll agree with that every time, every time. Because, sis, I left school dunce, I left school and sat...
Can I cut you? I wouldn't say you left school dunce. I say it's a part of the system why you left school the way you did.
Let me finish what I'm saying. I grew up on my wall, outside my house, and everything what I learned it on that wall, not in no school. So that means I'm self-educated, And you see those people you're talking about who are more learned than me. Please, sister, we need to get to those people because we need them to start teaching the youths them out there because the youths them ain't really profiling right.
Yeah, but your station is like a medium where that can happen. Briggy, in my opinion,
sis, hold on a minute.
You're not even letting me speak.
Cut that a minute. Let me just say something. There's more learned people out there than me, But what are they doing? I'm listening.
You see, okay, let me answer that now. It depends on what you see as people that are more learned than us, you and me.
Okay, but I didn't say what they was. You said it.
Yeah, but I'm saying to you, you're asking me what they're doing. I'm asking you to describe those people to me because there are lots of people that are doing things internally within the system.
Okay, sis. Well, you know, I'm going to butt in here. This is Commissioner again, all right? Learned people would be, as the brother that phoned up said, you got people out there that's gone through the history. You got professional people out there that are out there doing their thing. And he said that maybe we should be getting more of these people in here.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you want me to respond to that?
Yeah.
Well, that's learning people.
Sis, you see what it is, right? I hear what you're saying, and I think I know where you're trying to come from, but like, if you look at this point then, these people what are out there, or the people what get a chance to come on Genesis, who are learning, if there wasn't a platform, they wouldn't be able to come on it.
Yeah, I'm not dissing Genesis. I'm saying that is good, but when I said people have to take counsel and take constructive criticism, they have to think about they've got a platform now, they've got a strong base, they've got a large audience, and what can they then do to improve the service that they offer, because you offer a very good service. And Dennis Rowe said earlier that people can take what they want and leave what they want, but I think the point that he missed was that there are a lot of people out there that have absolutely no knowledge of what you're talking about. So they tend, in my opinion, to take all of the information and are not able to pick out what is right for them and what isn't. Particularly, one of the reasons why I stopped listening to Genesis a while ago was when there was that fiasco about a particular DJ dissing Rasta. Now, I'm not a Rastafarian in the sense that I believe...
Sis, pause a minute.
Yeah.
Which DJ?
Okay. The reason why I'm not going to mention a name is because I think it's unprofessional. I don't think it's fair for me to diss
Then sis.
Yeah.
Please don't put no confusion in the air, because that's why I'm here today. Because last week there was some confusion put in the air. So if you got a problem with somebody, please don't come on the air without calling them.
No,
because I will ridicule him with
saying.
you. Yo, if you got something, look, I'm telling you, I'm here today. I'm not playing about. If you've got something to say about somebody, just say it, because if it's right what you're saying, I'm going to back you on it. I can't think of everything. I've only come in here to try and deal with what I can deal with. But if you got a problem, please, let's hear it, because I will back you if you're right.
Am I speaking to Dennis right now?
Yes, sis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'll air my problem, but you have to respect my right of not choosing to name that person, because in the way that I believe, I don't believe that it's fair to diss somebody without them actually being there to defend themselves.
Okay, then, sister, let me say something here, please, and listen to carefully what I'm saying, right? Last week, right, a DJ, who used to be on the station, he's got a problem everywhere he goes anyway, but that's not us to discuss here today, yeah? He come on the air, and he said some things, right, what never had nothing to do with Genesis. He should have said who it was, Sugar Dread and the other guy, yeah. He come on the air and slated off Genesis DJs without calling names. So now, what he was talking about, who is he talking about? Is he talking about me? Because I'm here today to talk about it. If he's talking about me, yeah, about man are hypocrites and all that. Yo, man come from Rowe, you know, man knows what he's talking about. Man ain't no punk. Them some people who's talking of punks. I tell anyone, I grew up on the roads, yeah, with the understanding of what the road means. That's why I'm into music. I'm into music. I've got a recording studio. Yeah, I'm a producer, not a reducer, because you'll never hear me putting out some of the tunes what I've heard out on the street. Yeah, so I know my parts, what I'm playing. Yeah. So I'm not going to be hiding behind no curtains today. You just call the names who you're talking about, sis, because that's what I'm dealing with today. Just the names of people, what people have got a problem with. Otherwise, I don't even want to hear this again on the air. Because it's a long time I wanted to do one of these shows like, let's talk about the music, because music plays the biggest part of the gun shooting, what's going on the street, the young girls who are getting raped off. The music business... The music business plays the biggest part of that right now.
Okay then, well, because I'm not willing to name names, I'd rather drop that subject then.
Okay then, sis, is that person personal to you? Is that person personal to you?
No, the person's not personal to me. It's just that I believe that
we're here to slate everyone today, sis. We're here to slate everyone today, because I'm not mixing my word. We're slating everyone. Call names.
No, I'd rather not do that.
Okay then, sis, we're going to let another call come in then.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, and also, it's again like what we say to name the names, whether it's an educational program or a musical program, because let's leaving it up in the air. Then when we then try to discuss it with the DJs then think that it's the management having a go at them, right? And what it is people come to management all the time. People come to me, people go to D-Row. When we go to the prospective DJs and we talk to them, they take it, and we've got to be, because this is a thing that we do, they take it on as a personal attack. Now, we want to take constructive criticism. Now, that lady had a constructive criticism that she wanted to put across why she stopped listening to Genesis. So she stopped listening to Genesis because of a Pacific program and a Pacific DJ. Now, she's listened again and things have changed. Maybe that DJ's changed his approach and she doesn't want to mention him now, right? But what it is again, you see, if we got to take these constructive criticisms so we can change, you know what I mean? And if we can't change, then we have to get out. You know what I mean? If we can't take the criticism and can't take the heat, then we have to get out of the kitchen. If we can take the heat, then we'll stay in the kitchen and we'll try to either change or stand by what we've actually said. You know what I mean? Like D-Row earlier on said he wouldn't march. He ain't gonna march. So he wouldn't come on the air and say, I'm not going to march. I'm going to march, and then next minute he's going to march. You got to stick with what you say. But there's sometimes, right, where circumstances around you change your outlook. So you have to explain to people why you've changed your outlook. Why have you changed this? You know what I mean? I've come on the air and I've said, boy, hear what? I ain't going to vote. I'm not going to vote for none of these people, right? We need to have something set for ourselves. But I voted this time because I knew that there was time for a change. We had to change the government that was in. So the only way to do that was to vote. So we had to do it then. And now we've got 5 years to sort out our agenda. So there is going to be times we're going to change certain things, but we've got to have our reason and we've got to stand by why we changed that. So right now, we don't want, if you're going to phone up and criticize an innuendo or say, well, I don't want to name names, then like we said, don't call in. Hello, Genesis.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you turn down your radio a little bit, please?
Right. That's it. Okay, I'm calling from East.
You're calling from East Kent?
East London.
East London. Okay, what's your name?
My name's Dion.
Hi, Dion.
Right, basically I've been listening to Genesis for the last 2 weeks. I knew it was on the air and everything, but I don't know why I couldn't pick it up, but I'm listening to it now. My radio's luck.
Right.
All right? Basically what I want to say is I ain't heard no slackness. Obviously it's going to be played because the condition that we're in, that's where we're coming from. You understand? Mm-hmm. So slackness is going to be played, and you know what I mean? That's it. What these DJs who are playing the slackness, what they've got to try and do is they've got to try and filter it out. At the end of the day, people who are listening to the radio, they will turn it on, they'll hear a slack tune, they'll think, yeah, they'll keep it on. And then maybe at the end of the show, there'll be another DJ coming on afterwards who's going to come with some consciousness, and that's what's going to make them listen to that consciousness. But, you know what I mean? It could be like that. Obviously, it's got to come out, but it's not just going to happen like that, you know what I mean?
It's going to be a blend like Dion. Now, let me explain something, like I'll talk to you on something, like some of the slackness tunes, yeah? I mean, I'm a DJ, I play the music, right? And sometimes you just hear the beat and you're listening to the words, but you're not really dissecting what the actual words are saying, yeah?
Yeah, I hear that.
Right? Now, example, there's a tune that me and Senator B talk about. We played it when it first came out, right? Because when we went to the record shop, the man them said, yeah, this is the latest Bounty Killer, listen to this tune, right? And we listened to the tune and we bought it because we knew that to be hip on the street, we're going to have to play this one there out there. You get me, yeah?
Yeah.
But when we came on the radio, we said, listen to the lyrics. We said to young ladies such as yourself, right? Stucky, right? The record is called Stucky. It says, me in a place Stucky. If me slam you more than one time, girl, you're lucky. You get me?
Yeah.
The brother's talking reality. He's warning you young ladies out there. He's telling you how the mentality of the young man is out there. They'll chat you up, they'll take you home, they'll give you the one slam, and the people don't know what slam means. Slam means it's a for sex, sex, right? Yeah. Okay? And if you get it more than one time, you're lucky. Now, anytime you play it in a dance, the most lighter, the most hand up in the air, and the most screaming, and the people are singing it. But I don't really think they're consciously listening to what he actually says.
Yeah.
What he actually says. Now, you as a young lady, if you actually listen to it, when you go to a dance, right, and you hear it, and now I've dissected it to you, you'll think twice before you jump up in the air, because you're condoning a man coming up to you and say, yeah, let me take you home and have a one slam, innit?
Yeah, but you know what, right? I'm the kind of person, yeah, I don't condone them kind of things, because at the end of the day, that's where my man's coming from. That's what he's got to do to feed his children. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you see, like the producers out there,
yeah,
as the brother was saying before, yeah, they're the ones who are promoting all this slackness and everything. But they're like using the DJs as a front for making money. You know what I mean?
You know, also, right, some of the DJs, you see some of the DJs like in Jamaica and that, they're actually telling you how it is actually going on. It's
exactly.
How you want to take it is up to you. They're actually telling you. When they talk about Shelly Ann, they're actually telling you that could be your daughter or your sister, because that's how some of the young girls are actually carrying on. And when Bartley talks about Stucky, that's how some of the young men are actually carrying on. And it's not directly they're carrying on because the record says that. They're taking the lyrics from how the people out on the street are actually carrying on.
Reality talks, yeah.
You know?
That's right. But like, as for the actual music industry now, you get me? All them big men up there, it's the same with the fashion industry. If the clothes weren't there for us to buy them, then we wouldn't be wearing them. Who's making the clothes? It's not us wearing them little Batty Rider and the little alternate. If they wasn't, then we wouldn't be able to buy the same with records. That's what I think,
agree
anyway.
with this.
You know what I mean?
Sis, I agree with you, but guess what happened now? You see what it is, we got to realise that we all owe one another some kind of responsibility.
That's right.
When those men go in the studio, the man who's putting the money behind it, he has the biggest responsibility.
Yeah.
So we have to start labelling these people as reducers, because even if a tune goes #1 and it isn't saying something positive,
What we got to do we got to take responsibility for ourselves. That's what you're saying, really?
Yeah, so we're going to start with the reducers, yeah? Because the reducers are the ones who are corrupting the streets.
That's right. And what we got to do, you see, like people like yourself, you see like how you're promoting all the good DJs and everything. Yeah, that's all good. But there's other promoters out there who you say they're putting money before
their responsibilities.
Exactly.
Their responsibilities is me and you, sister, because listen to me. Let me tell you something else, right? What a lot of people don't look at. Let's look at this burglary now from a different point. We're sitting down in our house listening to Genesis radio, and just like now I'm burgling everyone's mind, because whether they want to hear what I'm saying or not, if their radio's on, they're going to hear me. So now I know I've got a responsibility for my people, because I'm a man who will come on here and say some terrible things more time.
Yeah.
You get me? But I know I've got a responsibility for my people, so I wouldn't come here and start talking terrible. I'm going to talk about what I believe is for my people and nothing else.
That's right. That's right. But like, you see, like, this is what makes me laugh about these other radio stations, you know?
No, them other, they're not radio stations. They're radio collectors.
All right, they're radio collectors. But even radio collectors like Choice FM, you get me? What are they doing for the black community?
I love you. Keep calling the names.
What are they doing for the black community, though, please?
Taking their money, putting blankets over their eyes and taking their money. Taking their money,
and that one there,
blankets over their eyes.
I don't even want to say it. I don't think it's Angie Grease, or it's the one who's in the morning who was on BBC Two, blouse and skirts, making young girls wind up themselves on the telly with that stupid blind date thing for black people.
Yeah.
That's just, what kind of foolishness is that?
What it is the community's getting too wise, so a little man stood round the corner and said, let's murder them, let's get rid of these fools. Let's get them away from this wise talking. They're getting too wise now, so they throw some spanners in the work. So they go round and they find some little idiots and they put them up to represent us. Well, I'm telling you now, right, my woman can't represent me like that on the TV. That's my personal woman. My sister can't do it and my niece can't do it. So you know what? Nor can my friends do it. That's my immediate people. Now, we go away from that and we look at it. How can we talk about our brothers and sisters without saying everyone's our brother and sister who are black? Sorry. Let's get that straight, who are black. Everybody, some people say we're people of colour and all that. You know, today it's all about black, yeah? Just have an understanding of where that word's coming from. Because like I said earlier on, I need everybody, yeah, to look up these 4 words, yeah, and see where they find themselves. There's black, white, love, and sophisticated. Yeah.
Right.
Please, when you come off the radio, when this show's over, I want everyone to look into those 4 words, because then they're going to find themselves, yeah?
Serious boy. Anyway, maximum respect due to Genesis and yourself, because you know what, there ain't no one else out there in radio land what's doing what you're doing, alright? Slackness or no slackness, keep it up, yeah? Keep it up, star, trust me.
Respect.
Maximum respect, yeah?
Nice.
Alright, peace.
London Town, I'm going to ask you, please, for the next minute, please do not phone. If you're going to phone in Genesis, don't phone in, because I've got a brother that's been at a phone box for 45 minutes trying to get through, and he can't get through. So I'm going to ask you, please, at this moment in time, don't call in. Let me call this brother, because he wants to come on the air, okay, please?
Okay, London Town, at the same time, we're going to keep it rolling. Whilst Daddy Coolie's making this call to hear what his brethren's got to say, I hope you're taking in the information. I hope you're hearing what the management of the station are saying. And we also want to, say thanks to all of you for phoning in and supporting Genesis and making it clear that what we are doing, all right, we're in a league of our own. We're out there in a race on our own. Right now, everyone else is just catching up. See? So, anyway, London Town, just keep it rolling, all right? At the moment, the bridging's line is a bit engaged, or maybe we just can't get through, okay? So we're going to keep calling him. So for now, the phone's ringing. No answer yet, London Town.
Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon, this is B from Lotion speaking.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, brother, we got through to you, Daddy Coolie, yeah?
Okay, Daddy Coolie. This is B from Lotion, yeah?
Yes.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
The management, the Rowe Commissioner, all the listeners there, yeah? Driver as well. I was just talking to Driver off here, and really and truly, I ain't really going to stay too long on the phone here because me and you had a conversation off here, 4 weeks ago?
Me and you or me and Driver?
No, me and you.
Yeah. We have enough off
This
here
basically
talks.
what started, to tell the truth, yeah? And to an extent, you were defending the way I came. That's the way I saw the conversation coming across, yeah?
That you saw that I was defending the slackness DJs?
I think to a certain extent, just sticking up for it slightly anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I felt that, and that was, I was quite disappointed in that, yeah?
Fine.
All I was just saying to Driver is that yourself and Height, not 4 weeks ago now, this is going back about 7 months ago now, and I asked you what does Genesis Radio stand for, yeah? And I said about the DJ following certain agenda, yeah? And guilty of playing Slackness records. That's the conversation we had, yeah?
Yeah.
And you said I should name names. I insisted on not naming names, yeah?
Right.
The Melanin Man phoned in the studio and he insisted on I should be naming names, yeah?
Yes.
So which I did, yeah? Do you remember that conversation?
Yes, I do.
You remember that conversation?
I do.
You do remember that conversation, yeah? And what I'm saying is what I just said to Driver. Is that,
but what I'm saying to you, right, brethren, that these conversations are between me and you. Now,
no, we went live on air, that conversation.
Right, and did you name the names?
That day when you told me to name names, we was live on air.
But did you name the names live on air?
I named the names then. And as I'm saying to Driver just now, it's these same names that are still coming up now. And you know the names, Daddy Coolie.
Right. You know, now, let me clarify and clear up on my side of this now. All right, these DJs that are playing this music now. One, Metro Love called up here. Now, Metro Love, right, we brought Metro Love on the station to do a dancehall show. Right, that's what we specifically brought them on the station to do. 9 to 11 is a dancehall show, so they've got to play the dancehall music that's in and prevalent at this time because that's what they play. Now, if the conscious music is more prevalent at the time, they play what conscious music comes out and what other type of music comes out. Now, there's a lot more slackness music, which are deeper slackness than what they play. They leave out. Okay, they try to get to the line as
that's
clear
really
as
good
possible,
for them.
right?
That's really good for them leaving it out anyway. Carry on.
Right now, with the Scratch Master D now, again, it's open out to interpretation of what we will class as slackness and what you class as slackness, what I class as slackness, and what other people class as slackness.
I was listening to the conversation you had with B from. A conversation earlier, and to me it seems like you were defending Lady Saw.
I said, I defended. I said, no. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you why I defended Lady Saw. I said it there and then. Let me tell you why. Because you said,
Daddy Cool.
Hear what I'm saying to you.
Daddy, one moment, please, yeah. One moment, please, yeah.
Go on.
Let me just go down that track for a moment there, like.
Right, go on back.
The Lady Saw business, yeah. That's saying that she used to sing Conscious before. It wasn't paying her rent. It wasn't paying whatever. So she starts singing Slackness about Shabba must come grind her tonight because what's its name is tight. I would say the word, but there might be youths listening, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, and you're defending that, yeah. So.
No, Bridget, I didn't defend that.
Wait. And the word you talked about bow down and freaky, yeah. You know, you kind of like skirted around the subject. What does freak me mean to you? Freaky. What does it mean to you?
I said, freak me. I didn't know what the word freak means.
I'm asking you now. What does it mean to you?
What does freak me mean to me now?
Yeah. What does it mean to me?
It just means to get excited sexually. Do whatever you want to do. That's what it means to me. You asked me what it means to me, and I'm telling you that's what it means to me.
Okay. All right. You're giving me the answer that I didn't want to hear. Very smart. Anyway.
Well, then no. Give the answer that you. That's what I'm saying. Give your interpretation. This is what I'm trying to put across to you. Everybody's interpretation is different. So if you've got an interpretation of that word, then you should give it out. Don't ask me to give out your interpretation.
No. I'm not asking you to give out mine. I just hopefully that you would. Okay, all right. My interpretation of freak me is simply bowing down and oral sex. That's a matter of choice. In the bedroom between people, yeah?
Bruv. Yeah. This is D-Rowe speaking now, yeah? So what happened now? True, we don't want to get into the real explicit side of what words really mean. Because sometimes people are using guidelines to cover what they're saying.
Okay.
So that tune, I personally banned that tune. Me personally banned that tune.
Banned what tune?
That tune, but it still got squeezed in. And if you phone up today at between 6 and 8 today, and you can ask Scratch, I've told Scratch and I've told everybody don't play that tune.
Well, anyone who plays a tune with the word freak in it or freak me, basically what the artist, the USA artist, is in the 91, the majority of the teenagers in the States, let me just say, in the States, it was like cigarettes to them, as one person said to me. It was like cigarettes. They were trying oral sex like cigarettes. That's their choice. And people are thinking about it now, yeah?
Okay, but
so,
I don't think there's the right place to be discussing that kind of argument.
On the streets of the shop, talking about freaking and this and all the rest of it, and including SWV wants to get freaky tonight and all the rest of it. You know, as Commissioner said earlier on, do we want our children to be learning about sex through records, learning about sex education through records? Yeah, so with that slackness, I start to as well. What is the definition of slackness? Is it just the word zero, or Daddy Coolie? Someone tell me, please.
Well, put it this way, right? Every time that we hide a word, we change the word and we find a new word for it. Another undercover word will come out for that word. Okay? And that's, see now, a certain form of slackness is stopped in a certain, them saying the word direct straight. So they discover a new word. And until you learn the definition of that word, you won't know to learn it. So hiding it under the ground isn't going to stop that word from coming out.
What do you mean hiding it under the ground?
That's what I'm saying. The word that you're talking about, like Freak Me, right? When it first come out over here as a UK artist or a DJ playing a tune, right? We might not have understood what that word meant, okay? And it's only to the later, over a year now, the definition of it's come out and we understand why it is. But now, by this time, that situation has come prevalent in the people's head, that music, that word, that song. Because when you play that at the clubs again, they're all singing them songs there, right? But when it first came out, you didn't know that's what the word meant. Simple as that. You know what I mean? You might have learned it because you're more learned than some other people, but people don't move into that circle. When they hear a tune, they just go and listen to the words and the beat and they go for it. And it's only later on the definition of these words come up. So now, if you take away that word freak me, and all of a sudden everybody says, right, we're not going to say freak me, they'll just find another word for it. You know what I mean? It's like fudgy. What's fudgy? What is fudgy? Fudgy is an ice lolly in Jamaica, but another person will have a different meaning or interpretation to that word.
Okay, all right. Fudgy's an ice lolly in Jamaica, yeah? But as far as I know, from a youth growing up, and when we used to say, if we wanted to describe the male's sexual genital, we'll say body. So we know...
You say body, so what's that to do with fudgy?
Listen, you cannot say... Okay, all right, you're defending fudgy, yeah? You're defending fudgy, and personally, this is what I think, this is what other people said as well, and Daddy Coolie me out, yeah? Because you are a presenter, and because you are a DJ who plays sound system, you mean like, boy, it's a bit difficult for you. It's a bit difficult for you to do certain things on the radio. In the chat.
Listen, let me tell you something, right? Because I'm a DJ that plays sound system, right? And because I'm a DJ that tools education, right? There's a time and place for everything. You see, right now, you see, you've got to get a balance within your life, Richard. Simple as that. You've got to get a balance, yeah? And I'm a street DJ. You don't need a balance, so then you know where you are, don't you?
I don't need a balance. I've got balance in my life, and I mean, I listen to every form of music, and I can take the balance by saying, you know, on one side I listen to cultural, spiritual, uplifting music, and on the other, it ain't working. Let me just go on to another point, yeah? We talked about sex and sexual innuendos, yeah? A conversation that Beanie Man had with a Choice DJ a couple of weeks ago. Basically, all Beanie Man wants to do is make a... Did you hear the conversation?
All he wants to do is make money.
No. All he wants to do is make a piano tune so that it can hit the national chart and he gets proper recognition that he's talking about. You know, so basically you're talking about certain DJs dealing with their own agenda there. You know what I mean? And on the music, you talk about the slackness. I term slackness as basically one, derogatory lyrics, two are demeaning for our women. Take for example. You mean, as I said before, to commission off air, the girl gives butter and move down the you know, all of that. You mean all of that? You mean that is slightly also that is uplifting our people, and 4 weeks ago we had a conversation off air, and I said to you this, yeah, I said, don't you think it's a bit contradictory in why we've got the people say doing with education, economics and blah,
Right,
blah,
let me
blah.
tell you, see, now, again, a contradictory why? But you see, at the People's Day, there's not going to be no music. We're dealing with a certain program, so it cannot be contradictory. Like I said,
all right,
time and place, everything.
okay, all right, so the people...
And if any music is going to be there, we're going to be taking street artists, British street artists that have got something conscious to say and give people a different concept, okay? We can only change gradually, but that's what we're going to do on that day. So, you know what I mean? There's no contradiction there at all, because...
Okay, can I ask you your definition of the meaning God Squad, please?
Can you ask me my definition of the meaning
God Squad? What does it mean to you?
Boy, it's a word that... God Squad Leo, let me think now. My interpretation to mine is completely different, okay?
Wait, no, say that again, yours is?
My interpretation of God Squad to D's is totally different, because one...
It's different to D Rose, yeah?
Yeah, it's different to D Rose, yeah.
And it's different to drivers?
It could
and
be
it's different to...
Yeah, because I'm not a god. I don't think I'm a god. You understand? That's why my interpretation to it is different. Now, what I will look at on the concept of doing good work. Good work as good work is good work.
Right.
Now,
good.
See, now, when I come here and I do good works in an educational program, that's good work, you see? And that's what the God Squad's about. Seeing simple.
All right, brethren.
Yes, dear.
Yeah.
I ain't even finished, you know. I'm not even finished yet.
Listen to me now. That jingle, God Squad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Simply means what the Christians say in the church.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the Christians say in the church, because today is Sunday, yeah? So we talk like we're in church, bro. Because we're in church once we're talking real. Yeah?
So you're talking about a set of people, or squad, or a group of people?
I'm talking about if you're going into people's homes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? If I'm going to go into your home, and maybe 400,000 other homes at the same time, or cars, houses, and everything at the same time, don't you think that's a godly move? Don't you think I'm getting to people right now, making a burglary into everyone's mind who's listening to the station? That's a godly move, isn't it? Isn't that's a godly move?
I think what you're talking about is OG Briggy plays a jingle where you actually say that.
Don't bring OG Briggy into this one.
Okay, well, there's a jingle that I've heard on the show where you said that if you're going into the...
Let's deal with one thing at a time.
Okay.
We're dealing with the jingle first, yeah? Because you asked what does that jingle mean. That jingle means...
No, I didn't ask what does jingle mean, just what the word means, but it's from the jingle anyway.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Listen to this then. I was the one that made that jingle.
Okay.
Yeah? And why I made it is because if I can get into 500,000 homes at one time, yeah, I'm getting to people. So I'm going to do the works, what I think I should be doing. And if I think it's godly works, which I do believe it's godly works, yeah, as much as there might be certain little slack records getting in, there's more positive on Genesis than there is negative. And to point it out even better than that, let's start. Should we start going through all the other radio station names? Should we start going through all the other station names and see what they're doing?
You know something with that, before you go on, let me just say with that, people have been trying to listen to certain other radio stations. Certain other radio stations are down with a different fact. I mean, as a driver, okay, we'll bring driver into this, but you mean certain people listen to your show, you listen to Genesis radio station because of what they stand for, because they know you from time or whatever.
And I agree with you. I agree with you, because we do stand for unity in the community. That's why there's so many different ideology coming across the ear.
You stand for unity in the community?
Yeah, because look at this now. A sister phoned up earlier on there, and she said she stopped listening to Genesis because there was man on there slating rastas or slating dreadlocks. Yeah, and I understand what she's saying, and I know what she's talking about, but she didn't want to call no names. So since she don't want to call no names, I'm not going to call no names, but I will be calling names at the end of the show, don't worry. Before I leave here, I'll be telling all the man who I think needs a polish brush, yeah? Needs to get their act together a little bit more. And remember, like, we're all human beings out there. No one's better than no one. So, bruv.
Okay. Well, let me just one point.
There is one point where I do want you to clear up today, yeah? Because we're gonna do. I know you're a man who's got the names and the times, yeah. Of which man them are you talking about? Because we need these man them out there to understand. Like, it's not just me that thinks like that, yeah. The John public thinks like that as well.
Okay, well, before I go into that, let me just say a few things, yeah? You, earlier on this year, yeah? You came on the radio station, you phoned up someone's show, and you said that,
I don't agree with what certain DJs are playing myself.
I don't want to quote you, but you said something to words of some people playing slack DJs, but these DJs are prepared to die for Genesis. Remember that?
They're prepared to die for Genesis.
For Genesis, yeah.
Hold on. I said some man, and you know what? That time, I was thinking like every man was on the same mission. But today, I can tell you, every man is not on the same mission.
They're not on the same mission. Good.
Yo, I'm here to be real today. It's not about that. That's why I'm saying I want man to call up names. You see, when the names start getting called, I'm going to point out what I think's wrong about that person.
Okay. Well, that's what you said, yeah. And then, Ricky said something like that, slackness.
Me personally, I've got youth, so I don't want slack music played on the ear. And there is tunes what are slack and I hear play, but I don't knock it because there's slackness and there's slackness. Hello.
The line's got to be drawn thin and not. It's not got to be a thick line. It can't be a thick line.
It's not a thick line. It's a very thin line. It's a very thin line.
It's not a thin line. I want to go on because a lot of people will just slackness and that, but. You mean like why slackness? You mean like why is it that some producers, some record companies, some industries want slackness in our community? Why is that?
Say that again?
Why is that? A two-word answer from each of you, Commissioner, the Melanin Man, all of you, Driver, Coolie, a two-word answer. Why is so much slack? Why do you think they're pushing it through?
Why they're pushing through?
Well, the slack that's coming into our community.
Okay, because some of these reducers, what go in the studio, yeah, they don't even understand where they're coming from. That's why you hear the mentality of what is put on the music. Now let's just talk about the street now, yeah, because a lot of people don't even realise what the street's all about. They think the street's about getting rich or getting famous. The street's not about that. It's about having an understanding. Now, some of the things what man puts on top of the drum, let's go back from ancient history days now, yeah? We look at it from this point now. Back in the days, what was the only thing that could call people out of the villages?
The drum.
The drum. Okay. Let's have me and you tonight, yeah, say that we're going to have a thing down at Lewisham Town Hall, and we're just going to be speaking. Me and you going to be speaking. There'll be no music there, brother. And let's see how many people come. We're going to let them all in free. We ain't going to have too many of them come in. But we're going to tell them that we're going to have Ninja Man in the house, and we're going to have Rowe in the house, and they'll all be coming. Because it's free to come in. And it's the drum. Hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. Yeah. And it's the drum once again calling the people in. Now, this is why I say reducers and producers are two different people. Because a producer wants to produce something good, because when you produce a child, that's something good. So if you're producing music and you're going to enter people's minds with it, produce something good.
Okay.
So some of these tunes, what you might call slackness, yeah, I agree with you, bruv. I agree with you, yeah, don't get me wrong. But some of them, we can pass on because it's not getting like how it was yesteryears.
Okay, can I just tell you why I think we can't do that, D-Row, yeah? It's simply because in listening to the talk shows over, say, the past, few years, yeah?
Yeah. But look at where we're coming from to where we are now.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good because
we've come from out of the gutter. We've come out of the gutter, and now we're on the street with the beat. See? We're coming from out of the gutter. You've got to remember where our mentality is coming from. Every one of us who grew up in this country are white, even if we're black. Because you go to school, you're taught. What are you taught to be? You can't be taught to be black if you're being taught by a white teacher. So we've got problems starting from the schools now. So this is why, me personally, the first thing I've done is try to get a little station on there from people. And the next thing I want to do in life, and I tell everybody in London, my next move, yeah, is to set up a little video studio so we can start now making videos for records and getting our points really across what needs, so that we're representing ourselves. Because some of these people behind the studios, they're not representing us because they're not us. They're white people with money. We're black people, yeah, who, whether or not we got money, we're not representing ourselves.
Okay.
So I believe my next move is to set up a video studio And then after I set my video studio up, my next move is to set a school up. And my school are only for bad kids. You know, kids that got thrown out of school like myself.
Okay,
Yeah?
I hear that. And that's,
So I'm really saying to you on a nutshell, I'm saying, yo, me, brethren, I'm working for my community. Yeah? No matter what anybody else wants to say, I'm working for my community.
Okay, let's just say this, Dero. Let's just take this, yeah? You've built up a school, yeah? And you've got teachers in your school, yeah? And you want to deliver a certain curriculum, yeah?
Yeah.
And then there's certain teachers who are teaching differently from the curriculum that you set up.
No, they're going to be...
D, listen to it.
Be weeded out.
D, listen to it, please. You set up a school, you want them to teach a certain way. This is your ethos, this is your philosophy.
Okay, hold on, one second, bro. One second, bro.
And if the teachers...
but I want to get a point clear.
Wait, I need to finish before you make your point, no, Daddy.
I'm starting from here. This is where I'm starting from. And I'm learning from what the people are saying, so I know to make sure I do right. Now, the station... Believe you me, I always said that one day Genesis would be in the spotlight, but I didn't expect it to take the place the way it's taken the place. And I've sat down in my house and listened to Genesis and listened to people talk on the air, and it's touched my heart and brought tears to my eyes to really realize that for years we needed this, you know. So I believe now what I'm doing is right. What I'm doing is right to a degree. Yeah, I can't get everything right if I didn't try it. So now I've tried something.
I'm not knocking for that. I'm not
no,
knocking
brother,
for that,
I'm not saying you are. I'm just trying to get a point across. I'm not saying that you're knocking me. I'm saying, like, if I didn't try it, I wouldn't know where my next move's going. Now, my next move, I'm in front of my next move now because I've sat in my house and listened to positive people phone Genesis up and say some really serious things.
Right, and this is why I feel so emotional about it, because I've listened to the same thing. People air their views on, you name the subject, you've covered it, apart from a few subjects, but we ain't going to go there now anyway.
We're going to go on.
No, let me finish. Okay, and I've heard that as well. And then I turn on and I hear music, and it's just, as I said to Commissioner, you take one step forward and two steps back with that, and with that. So what I'm saying about the school and setting up the school, and if you've got your own school and certain teachers are starting to teach their own curriculum, then they should be called into the office and show the curriculum how it should be taught. If they can't go out there and talk it, it's like, well, you know, you go and work in the mainstream schools and, you know, and go and deal with...
Yeah, we won't have those teachers. We won't have those teachers.
Okay, well, I'm making the same analogy to your presenters and your DJs.
Okay, well... So whoa. So, 1 second. Let me say something there. The presenters on Genesis, the smutty ones, are all tidying up their act. And I could call their names because I'm not afraid to call their names.
Sorry. I'm talking about... You speak about the DJs, yeah? The music players.
Anyway, let's go into some names so I can just tell you what I think's wrong about that DJ.
Okay, before I tell you any names, I'll just go on to say that, as I mentioned last week about this AIDS epidemic.
Say that again?
I said, as I mentioned last week about the AIDS epidemic.
Yeah, have you got somebody to come in and talk about it? Because we'll open the...
Well, Briggy had someone talk about it, certain venereal disease, etc. I don't know, about 6 weeks ago and so, and someone phoned up and they touched on the music and the part that it's played and all the rest of it, and you mean like that, you know, that was just mentioned in that show, but that certain thing, that's very deep anyway.
All right, listen to this now, brethren. A sister called in earlier on and said about we should have learned people coming in. We do have learned people, yeah, but what we need to do is if there's somebody out there with that knowledge, they should come in and just give it to the people.
Well, yeah, okay,
and maybe we could get rid of some of the slackness then, because maybe that show might touch some of these DJs' hearts, because right now we got to touch people's hearts to get through to them. Yo.
I agree.
Right, so this is why I want you to call the names.
I agree 100%.
Yo, brethren, we're here today to tidy up the problem, so let's just deal with that problem. And I want names called. And I know you're a man to call the names, so let's call the names and let's go through it one at a time.
Well, let's just say this, yeah? Let's just say this. As I said to Daddy Coolie...
I want John Public to put the DJs on the spot. Start calling names.
Okay. Zero, as I said to... Daddy Coolie before, me and him had a conversation, about 7 months ago where you phoned up and said I should name names. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And
Today I'm in here. So
the names that I've named then, it's no different at all.
Okay, well, let's go through them again, because now I'm in here and I'm going to, you know, if
So what I'm saying is that... And
me and you are going to agree on something now. Let's go, bro.
Okay, we're going to agree on something, which I don't know if we agreed last time, but
let's go, man. We'll find out our agreements.
Okay, in the space between then and now, not much was done about it.
Let's call the names then, we'll put it on their conscience.
On the part of those DJs?
Yeah, let's put it on their conscience. Let's go.
Okay, back to... No, not yet, because another point I've got to say is that this dancehall show that people's got, you know, Daddy Coolie said that, you know, 6 till 9 is a dancehall show. Look, wait.
Don't worry, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to Metro. Metro's my brethren. Don't worry, we're going to talk about my brethren today. We're not holding no punches. Let's go, man.
Well, I'm not worried, B-Row.
No, I know, but he's my brethren, and I'm showing you that I'm not holding no punches. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's start dealing with the man who we're talking about.
Before I start, can you ask Daddy Coolie, is it possible to do a dancehall show without slackness in it, yes or no?
All right, I'll answer that question, yeah, because I'm more from the dancehall.
Just short, yes or no?
No, it's kind of hard, because because even when you...
Oh, dear.
Hold on, bruh.
Oh, dear.
Hold on.
Yeah.
If you play a Capleton tune, yeah, in this time, right, to certain people, they're going to lick out against it. All right, let me just say, for instance, play a Capleton tune and ask Minister Rebel what he thinks of it, and he's going to say, Rastafari, it's not his thing, you get me? So, we got a problem everywhere.
Well, Capleton isn't just about Rastafari.
No. I'm showing you. You're also asking me about the slackness, so I've taken it from a different point of view and showed you where our next man's going to give us a fight.
Okay, well,
do you understand me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Let's go through the names one at a time. So I'm not defending no man, you know. I'm going to show you the logics behind it.
I think personally that you can do a dancehall show without slackness.
Okay, I agree with you. I agree with you, but I don't agree with you because there is slackness and there's slackness. You get me? Because like I was saying earlier on, that tune Fudgy, I think it's a slack tune, but it's only slack if you play it for 1 minute and 60 seconds.
What do you mean?
Listen to it after the first minute. You listen to what he really starts getting into, and then you say, "Woohoo! That's a bit too heavy for the ear."
Okay, well, some people don't.
Some people wouldn't agree with what I'm saying, but you know we have to deal with agreeable and disagreeable. So we'll have understanding. So please, let's just go through the names so that everybody understands what they meant to do when they come in here as from today. But this is the people station, yeah?
All right, okay, the first one I'll have to call up is...
So the people has a choice of what they hear and what they don't want to hear. And you are one of the people we're talking about. Let's go.
Well, is it really going to matter, though?
Yes.
Yeah, because...
I'll put it this way, right? If it doesn't matter, right, then why phone up and bring it up? It's just adding a negativity, so it don't matter. So then why bring it up? So just put it or leave it, man.
No, you missed it, Daddy Coolie.
No.
I'm saying...
We don't need to go through who's missed nothing. Let's just go through the names one at a time.
Okay, Metro loves himself.
Right, Metro Love. If you know where Metro Love, yo, I'm going to correct on and
okay.
Metro Love.
Metro Love.
Now let me talk about Metro Love because Metro Love's my brethren. Metro Love.
My apologies.
Yo, you see when Metro Love first come on the station, he come and check me about a year before he come on the station. And then I bucked him in the dance. And you see the night I bucked Metro, he was playing pure slack music in the dance. Yeah? Pure slackness. See? But he's a little youth who I could see wanting to progress. So I called, he come and checked me and said, what? And I said to him, yeah, you can get a shot on the station. So I brought him in on the station. And for the first year, it was like hell with him to get him down to where he is now. He's tidying up his act. And with you mentioning his name today, and me and you discussing it, he will tidy up his act even more.
Well, I've discussed it.
Because me and you are discussing it now.
I've discussed it
You're
with Metro
the people out there, and I'm the man behind it. So let's get.
Okay. Well, you just said that, yeah. You know, I've discussed this with you. I've called his name already.
Yeah, but what it is, I want a man to know, like now, his responsibilities is even more with the people because the people are on his case. This is what I'm saying. Let
me just say this about Metro. This is what I think about Metro. Yeah, I personally think Metro, he's an ambassador, and the people that he reaches out to You mean like he could, if you want, well, change the way they think, if you understand what I mean.
Okay, Metros are, you know something else as well. A lot of people might think Metros are old. Metros he's a teenager, you know, he's a youth, you know. Metro ain't no, like me and you, Metro's a youth. So to see where he's coming from to where he's at now, he's getting his act together. But for you to call his name today makes him even more aware.
But
so let's just deal with...
Well, I hope so. I hope so.
You will.
As I said, I have called...
Now, it shows that it's not just my view, yeah? It's other people's view. So
yeah,
let's go to the next name.
I've spoken to Metro off air during one of his shows, and basically...
Now you're talking about him on the air, so you're putting him in a position, yeah, where now the people are going to be on top of him as well. So let's go for the next one. Because we need to name them out, and let's name what they're doing wrong. They'll hear it, or somebody will tell them about it, and they'll clean up their act. Let's go.
Okay, you've got another, well, I don't know if he's young, he sounds quite young, Mr. Speng.
Speng, old Speng, 19 or 18, yeah, Speng's very young, and our Speng, yeah, I've spoke to Speng enough times about it. Now, because he's young, yeah, and Genesis is about soundmen, number one, and number two, it's about the younger generation, because if you listen to the jingles, it always states that it's for the younger generation, because we got to get to them ones. You see, me and you, who are old fogies, we passed it.
I ain't no old you.
Well, I am.
Okay,
I've got grey hair and all that, me, so I'm just being real with it. So,
okay, I'm older, but I'm not an oldie.
Okay, but I am, so I can agree with that. I can agree with that, because I am. And Speng is, like, I think he's 19, I'm not even too sure. He's a young youth, and he's trying something.
So you've spoken to him before, yeah?
Next time he's on the radio, if you're near a phone, call him and ask him.
I've done it already, and
no.
He's very nice. He's so apologetic, and you know he hears what I told once about Speng. He doesn't make excuses.
Okay, well, yeah, I hear what you're saying.
He doesn't make excuses.
All right. Let's just hit him on the head, yeah. Speng is a young youth, so let's, you know, we know where his problem's coming from. When we get to the man them who are ageable to understand what they are doing, yeah, I will point them out. Speng's a young youth.
Okay, all right, okay, but
I'm glad you brought his name up, so that means you definitely are listening.
Age shouldn't really come into it. Okay, let's go with...
no, age shouldn't come into it. He should be able to fit in with what we're doing.
Okay.
He should fit in with what we're doing.
Defending because he's young.
I'm not defending him.
After you've shown him the right way several times...
Brethren, please, don't say I'm defending anyone. What I'm saying to you is, like, I'm saying to you, he has got a responsibility, and he will know now, because you've said it on the air. So now everyone's eyes is on him. You know, all eyes on me. Yeah, let's go. Next one.
Mr. Scratchets.
Who? Scratch Master D. Now, Scratch Master D's a big man. So Scratch Master D for no better. And I've sat down with Scratch Master D time and time again. Scratch is my brethren, I grew up with him. I've spoke to him time and time again and said, Scratch, you owe the public some kind of responsibility. You don't come on the air and play about with people. You've got a responsibility with the people. Deal with the people. I tell him all the time. Phone him this evening and ask him this show. I'm sure Scratch is listening. I'm sure he's listening. I'm glad he brought his name up, bruv. Because I have spoke to him. Every man what you've talked about so far, I'm telling you what I say to them. Next one.
Sister Banton.
Lady Banton.
No, Sister Banton.
Sister.
Okay, all right, go whatever.
Lady Banton.
Yeah.
Lady Banton, I haven't
You've not spoken to her?
I've spoken to her. I said to her, you're a woman, and you should represent women. And you can ask her that as well.
Well, according to her, you know, she said that you listen to every one of her shows, and you know, if she claims
and ask her if I don't
phone her and tell her. So when I spoke to her, as far as she was concerned, that she wasn't doing nothing wrong. You know,
well, she's listening now, so she'll know.
Okay, it was, we had a conversation some time ago.
Okay. Look at this then. I see myself as a positive black person, yeah? So, don't you think I'm going to say to her, sis, you're a woman, you know, like, you know, defend the women then when you're on the air. I tell all women presenters what come on Genesis to defend women when they come on the air. Forget about the men, then. Let's just start defending the women.
But,
and, brethren, let me just say one more thing. If I do listen to her show and she slips up, I'll be on her case. Don't worry about that, bro.
Okay, but the thing about it is that sometimes some of your DJs, they get very, very defensive.
I beg your pardon?
They get very, very defensive.
What do you mean?
Well, when you phone up and you put it
Just
very
name the
nicely
name,
and politely and questioning them about a certain record
Well,
they
let's just
play,
name the names.
they just start getting defensive. And they
Well,
wait.
Today we're going to slate all of them. Let's go, man. Let's call names. We've got no time to play
Okay, all right, okay. I'm talking about Sister Banton here. When I phoned her up to mention about some of the records that she's played, she was naming other DJs' names. And that's not very professional anyway.
Well.
And we had the conversation if Sister Banton could remember when she was defending the Gyal Gizadas record. Merciless saying that he made a whole heap of married life mash up and done, yeah? Yeah, so if someone says that they're going to make Dennis, you're married to your wife, yeah? And I'm saying to you that I'm going to make your marriage life mash up. And my father was a Gyalis and same where that I turned, and that's excusable, yeah. So she's defending that as well as others, and she didn't have to, if she wanted to play culture.
No, I hear what you're saying. It's a very truthful point you brought up, but can you look around the street, and check how many men don't really live like that now? Now we're talking about.
Don't really what?
Don't really live like that. Now.
Live like?
Huh?
Live like what do you mean?
All right. Have you ever checked some of the man? All right, look at me then, for instance. I've got 4 baby mothers.
Okay.
I've got 5
some of
youths
them,
and 4 different women. We're not here to play about with words today, no. We're here to be real.
Okay, all right. Okay. Let's move on. Barry X.
Barry X. Right. Well, Barry X. I'm telling you the truth. I haven't really watched him yet that carefully. All right,
okay,
Barry X is listening. Barry X is listening, and Barry X is a Rasta man, so he's listening.
Okay, Barry X is a Rasta man?
Yeah.
You see, like we're on Barry X now, right? Barry X, you spoke to Barry X, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he made a feeble excuse, but I wasn't going to go into it.
We're not worried about the excuse. Now, have you listened to him since you've spoken to him?
No, I haven't.
Right, and see, that's what I'm saying. If you've listened to some, and some haven't changed, but Barry X has spoken to me, and he's checked. He told me that he spoke to you, and he spoke to this, and he never really checked it to that extent. He got a fresh beat in, and he never really listened to the beat first, and then he now, because you spoke to him, he's now checking his tunes that he brings in before he plays, and I mean, so he's looking at it. He's overstanding or understanding what you're coming from and where Genesis come from, and he's trying to fix up as well, you know what I mean? Because as you say, when DJs come onto the station or they come to the station, they're coming to play music because that's all they're dealing with. Say, yeah, we're just going to let off music, but they know there's certain barriers and they don't realise the barriers until it's brought up and they notice certain tunes. Okay, so sometimes it's not just the DJ. Sometimes the names of the tunes. But like I said, it's all open to interpretation. But we're going to Barry X now. Let's go on to our next DJ now.
I can't remember his name.
Okay.
He's one of the brothers by nature. Not
Wayne Anthony.
Not Wayne Anthony. I'm not Gary.
MG.
What's the other one?
What's the one?
What's the one? What's the one?
What's the one? Okay.
What's the one? That's the one.
What's the one slipping? He's a bigger man. He knows the game. What's the one? Is the DJ on Saxon as a little youth, so he knows where he's coming from. So he shouldn't be slipping. I think that's a bit harsh though to touch Wassy One, cause he's not really the man what's really doing it. I'll defend Wassy on that one.
You will, yeah?
Yeah, I will defend Wassy on that one. He's not really like...
It's personal?
No, it's nothing personal. Me and Wassy One... Me and Wassy One... Hold on. Me and Wassy One... No, great brethren. But I'll defend him on that, because... where he's coming from, he was a youth. Well, nobody wouldn't give him a chance when he was coming.
Mm-hmm. right, okay, play some culture, play some putting down really good and structure your shows good and okay, let me just slip in one or two, just to let people know that I'm down with them as well, yeah, but...
Okay, all right, let's move on to the next one, because we know Wassy One's not really a major player in the you know, the negativity.
Okay,
next one.
Don't want to say it's too loud, but Daddy Cool.
Daddy Coolie.
I don't want to say it's too loud.
One. Let me say one thing. I'm here, right? And it's Daddy Coolie. You know what I mean, right? It's Daddy Coolie. Simple as that. So
okay, you
just get it direct, yeah?
Excuse me, don't get irate now, Daddy Coolie. You know why I don't call you
You know how you're saying it and why you're saying it that way. So just say it direct, you know, Bridget, Daddy Coolie. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, I don't call you Daddy Coolie because I don't like that name, Coolie. I just don't like it, so I don't call you Daddy Coolie. And I've spoken to you personally, face to face, and I've told you why I do not call you Daddy Cool.
I even commented on the name when he first came on the station.
Okay,
and he explained to me why he used it. So
okay, and Daddy Cool, you have stood in front of me and admitted to me personally that you play Slack records as well. And we've had this conversation. We've had this conversation face to face, let alone.
Bridget, hear what I'm saying to you, right? Like I said, it's a line what you class as you define as slackness. Now the line that you've called out, right? I'm going to tell you direct. Like a lot of the people that fixed up, and there's a lot of them that I can see have no intention or not no intention or can't really understand the direct. That's why I said you name the music. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm a street person, right? And what I like to say with Genesis, it's an information station and it's a balance, yeah. And there'll be there's be times, right, where I will try and put forward as much trying and weed out the much of the slackness music as I can possibly can, right? But there's sometimes where the music that are on the thin line will and do come through. And it's just reality, because that's how it is on the street. That's where we are. I'm from the street, Bridget. Simple. You know what I mean? That's why we have these educational programs. You know why we have the educational information programs? So people like me can get informed. People like me can get informed from people out there. You get me?
Daddy Cool, I'm from the street as well.
That's why, yeah, so when you come on, inform, because I'm not going to go into, me personally, I'm not going to be playing a type of music that I don't listen to all the time, but I will sit down and listen to a man, learning person, coming in and giving me information. I try to personally separate the music from the education. Yeah, because to me, that's where the confusion lies. Now, we did Acapulco's New Year's Eve, and the music, mixed up with what we tried to achieve. So now we try to separate it. And that's why we have the Genesis Hotty Yachty crew, and we have the God Squad, right? And we have the Black Awareness Day is a separation, because, you know, you've mentioned basically half of our hit squad. You've mentioned half of our hit squad, our younger DJs that's coming up. You've mentioned basically all of our DJs. So what you're talking about is all the street music that they're playing. Is that what you find is slackness? You get me? That's what it is. And I'm telling you now, a lot of them, right, play a lot less slackness music, right, than what's heard out there, because I've listened to other stations, right, and I've listened to I go to the record shop every day, right, and I hear there's some direct. You see some of them tunes that we play, there's some direct, even slacker and worser and gunman tunes on them same rhythm. And we try to keep it to as much as we can. You know what I mean? But Bridget, there's a line, because at the end of the day, right, we're going to get the balance, and there's all different type of people. You see that you've mentioned Wassy One, you've mentioned Metro, you've mentioned Barry X. I mean, when you mention Barry X, I've listened to Barry X, and it's very rare, right, that he slips up. You know what I mean? Because he thinks about the tunes that he's going to play. So maybe the time that you heard him and he slipped into fresh tune, which he never really truly listened to. Okay. You know what I mean? So, you know, boy, it's a balance. Wassy now, he's one of the original presenters before me, right? And he's down with the no slackness and blah, blah, blah. But then, what it is, when you see a thin line and some man are on that line and get away with that line, it's a case of, boy, I've been trodden the other side. Now, all right, let me squeeze in one or two and see how it goes. Simple.
Okay, we'll get back to everything you said.
Hello. We're not on a personal attack with Cool, right? We're on a personal attack with the station.
But the people's names that I've mentioned, well, you say you're going to name them, and it was said that if one of it was said that if one of the listeners said it would be better for those DJs to take it in. As I've said, like all of those.
That's why I want you to just go.
Okay, and I've done that. All of those DJs, as I said, all of those DJs are ambassadors. All of those DJs could play a very, very important part into directing us people in, leading us through something positive, something cultural. And for Daddy Coolie to say that the educational and the music is separate, no, with some of the lyrics and some of the vibes that are coming out through the music is education. You mean like whether it's instrumental, whether it's a drum, or whether the lyrics are, music is educational. And the thing about the balance, I can't get balance between culture and stuff. I just can't add that balance.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but it's like saying then, when we was born, we didn't grow up. Everyone's growing up, bruv, so we gotta like be careful what we're trying to ram down them.
What, in terms of the educational information, or in terms of the music, what?
Listen to me, I haven't counted the hours yet of the educational stuff what's on Genesis. I haven't really counted the hours, but I know it used to be 20, when it was on 24 hours, it was 20 odd hours of information shows, yeah? Nah, 20 odd hours is good, but I think we've gone down to about 15 hours now.
Yeah, that is good as well.
10?
20.
Alright, we're on 27 hours worth of information shows, yeah? Now, that's 27 hours of trying to wake up somebody.
Okay,
alright, look at this. Me and you will agree on a lot of things, but there's going to be some things what we don't agree on. So then if we just dealt with me and you's view, then what about the people that's out there? The other people that's out there. So what I want to say is, we're just touching on the names, yeah, because we're going to make them know today that they've got responsibility in the community. So that's how we bring the unity in the community. Let's go, bruv. Next name.
No, okay, that's the main ones, so to speak.
Those are the main ones.
Yeah.
So all right, let's go. Hold on. I'm sure there's a few more.
Okay, let me just say this, yeah. If there are.
Yo, let me just say one thing to you as well. I'm glad for you to phone up, yeah, because I believe that today we're gonna clean up some man without no apologies, yeah.
Okay, and
we're not going to say sorry to nobody after we talk today. We're going to just be that way, yeah? We're going to make every man know, yo, get right, this is what we want. So let's go through the names. You know there's a few more names to call. Because I know a few names. I heard you the last time. I heard you call some names. You haven't called them.
If I missed any, let's just say, I don't know, not that they're it's fortunate, but I may have missed some, but... that's my mistake then. I've missed some and they've not been named. You could name the rest if I...
Yeah, I'm going to. Trust me, because this is the last call, because Senator B's in the house.
No, we're going on now.
Okay.
Well, that's good. And if that's the case, then I'm going to get off the line.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let other people come through.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm just glad that basically it all came out and it came about because it was needed. It was needed, yeah.
Yeah, man, definitely. Do you know what though? Do you know Minister Rebel, yeah, is a brother. Yeah. A lot of things what he says I don't agree with. But you know, one day sitting in a meeting, and Minister Rebel said to me, "Daddy Rowe, we do these devils in here, yeah." You know it was a devil what started.
Sorry. He said that, yeah, devils, yeah?
Yeah. He said, this brother's a devil, D-Row. You don't want these demons around. Do you know what? One time I'm going to say, Minister Rebel was right.
He was what?
He was right.
He was right, yeah?
Yeah, it was the man who he was talking about.
Devil things, yeah?
No. He said this man was a devil when we was in a meeting. He pointed out the man. He didn't hide behind the curtains. He said who he was talking about. And what's it? Construction. He said construction's a devil. Now, I didn't want to agree with what Minister Rebel was saying, but you know what? Judging by the show last week, shows what Rebel was saying is true. Because when you got a man in your clique and he slips up, he's lucky it's not the mobsters he's dealing with.
Okay. Let me just get back to that point there because I heard about 10, 20 seconds of what construction said. Yeah.
I didn't hear none of it until I heard
Okay.
the tape.
You just sort of said something there, yeah. But personally, he was talking about leaving the station because certain DJs, whatever, yeah.
No. What it was, right? He has an attitude problem. Let me tell you, as a man behind the curtains, he's got an attitude problem. I'm not hiding.
Okay.
The man's got an attitude problem, and he can walk around London and say what he likes about me, because I'm saying what I've got to say today on the radio. Yeah? So he can tell everybody D-Rowe's this or D-Rowe's the devil, or he can say what he likes, because I'm a black man who's going through life, so I don't care what anyone wants to say. As long as I'm doing something for somebody out there in the community, that's good for me, yeah? When you're not doing nothing for people and you're just being bitching, that's no good.
You just mentioned something there, and I don't, as I said, I didn't hear what...
I don't agree with Minister Rebel, you know.
I didn't hear what construction said last week, but
what Minister
for you to make the point that Mr. Rebel said that about someone, all I just say is this then, yeah? If Mr. Rebel said this about construction, and I've listened to construction shows...
no, he wasn't talking about his music, bro. He wasn't talking about the music.
Okay,
he wasn't talking about the music. Let's get this straight.
What, the music that construction...
Nothing to do with the music.
That construction
Nothing to do with the music. The man's behaviour, his attitude, you know, like...
Okay, so you're not talking about his music that he plays. The music he plays is alright, yeah?
Music, ask him, if you know him, ask him what I said. Ask him what I always say to him about his tunes. When he's playing music, God knows, I can listen to his show right away through.
So it's not the music?
It's nothing to do with music. It's a personal thing with him.
Okay, well, I'll just say this then, yeah? If Mr. Rebel's going to identify someone and call them a devil because of their attitude, then if he was to call people a devil because of the music that they played, then, well, I'll say no more.
We was in a meeting,
bro. Then, you know, the rest is up to...
Bro, we was in a meeting.
Yeah, we're in the meeting, but still, if you're in a meeting and that's pointed out...
Let me show you the difference with me and everyone else. That little brother there was doing certain things, right? And a man pulled...
No, D, this is getting too personal. No, this is getting too personal. D. No, stop. D,
no, this is getting too personal. Why I've recognised... I've shown you why I've recognised the man, yeah? That's why.
Okay, all right. Well, let me
I'm just playing with no one, brethren.
Okay, D-Rowe, yeah? And I just want to thank you, okay, for giving your DJs and presenters the opportunity to be on the air. Yeah,
I've used all...
Daddy Coolie.
No, it's one thing. I haven't brought no man on the station, yeah, with a name.
Well, they come through you, D-Rowe.
Huh?
They come through you.
Yeah, but we don't want to worry about that.
Yeah, so that, you know, if it wasn't for them, majority of them wouldn't be there. Is that true or not?
I was there before, man.
I don't really want to get into that.
All right.
I don't really want to get into that.
Okay.
I just love every black man who wants to get up and do something with his life. So let's just go, bruv.
You've given a lot of people opportunities to do things that nothing to do with radio.
You know that.
Before you started your radio station.
When it started in '85, Genesis, Man Like Mystery was on there, you know. Did you know that?
Yeah, I think I could vaguely remember. Your brother as well, Owen.
Genesis.
Your brother Owen was on there as well.
Yeah. You can see, like, even how I'm telling them, man, I'm not into playing around with no one. Anyway, you know something? Let's let some other people come through. Is there any more names you want to call?
No.
All right, let's go.
Well, thank you for giving me the time, and I'm glad this has come out, and I hope...
I hope that it
we can put this to rest, so to speak.
Thank you, and I hope...
just enough love in the name of the Mother Creatress and the Father Creator. Blessed be.
Peace, black man.
Yeah, brother B, we've got to say big thanks for that input there. Say?
Okay, so we've had a lot of input there. 0958 504 906. Senator B is inside the house. And Senator B, all it done. Daddy Coolie and the Commissioner still here. Father Rowe say he's here, but he's going to head out now. So we just want some other calls now to you to put your point across. 0958 504 906. And like also some of the DJs there now, I want you direct to call in. Hello, Genesis.
Yeah, I'm calling. What's happening?
What's happening? Who's goes?
Metro, man.
Alright then.
Yo, man, what's happening? Because, like, we just wake up, son, and, you know what I mean, so that's the thing I go on, but it's differently what happened last week for the talk show.
Well, Bridget, hear what I'm saying to you. I told you, and you should have woke up like I did so you could have got the full effect, okay?
No, we catch we catch the main media right here still.
You catch where you are here?
But you have, no. You see, this fella, when I'm gonna come here like last week, yeah, and I say, oh, man, I play slack tune and dance and really. I can wake up and sing, so my big man, when I'm on a dancing, and when I'm on a go up and radio show, two different things. Wherever I go on a dance, a dance all business that. That's what I say. But when I'm on a phone up the station, I talk about, man, I play slack tune and dance and all them things there. Yo, man, tell the man to fuck about this, man, go jump off or something, man. Simple thing, you know what I mean? We're not create excitement or nothing, but simple thing, that's what I say. It's all about, a man can go dance, pay money for going, even if you get your free and that thing. And then the man, I talk about, I come on the radio, I phone up the station, I talk about. You know what I mean? I eat that business that. I have nothing to say, now simple things to cool it, but going to the people and call up names and I make me know, say, boy, even if you say, but differently, it's for the ear start, when I got to the line, me change my show around, differently.
Yeah, man, no.
For the ear start, because if everybody listen to my show, every single day me start my show. Me start off with some, we call it the root splash culture. See? And when I finish my show, I finish off with some culture. But differently, my kind of tune when me play dancehall tune. You see my deal with?
Yeah.
Dancehall tune. But I'm bringing some culture. Even certain tune, play them, even some Muta Baruch and all them kind of tune. People here are going to, because differently, I dancehall vibe, but we're looking at different ends. But differently cool, I mean, I have nothing else to say, but, you know what I mean? Let the people have listened and ask for our going to. That's what I say. Anyway, peace, yeah?
All right, then.
Yeah, look on.
Yes, Metro. All right, that's the Metro Love inside, and like you said, we come on the station and he has to change up his format to a certain extent and try and get with the program, but when he's out there on the street working, it's a different thing. Hello, Genesis.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, mate.
All right, mate, what's your name and where you calling from?
Adrian from Bermondsey.
Yeah, so what you saying, Adrian? Yeah, you understand. You see, when you get mate, you done know. 0958 504 906. Hello, Genesis.
Hello, is that Daddy Coolie?
It is. Can you turn down your radio just a little bit, please?
Sorry, darling, I'm cooking my rice and peas and I'm in the kitchen.
All right, then.
Right.
Yes.
Daddy Coolie?
Yes.
Do you know who you're speaking to?
No, I don't.
Shall I give you a clue?
Go ahead.
Let's put a stop to all these people who like to distress 91.6 Genesis. Okay?
Right.
I listen to this show 24/7. It doesn't matter who's on, what kind of music's playing, I tune in, okay?
Right.
Have you got my clue yet?
No.
I'll give you another
Oh,
clue.
yes.
I've got 75 tapes of 91.6. I'm in a care all one big ring up and disrespect all DJs, whether woman or man. Everybody's doing a good job, otherwise I wouldn't have 72 TDK 90 tapes in my yard.
Yes.
So whoever's on Metro's case, Wassy One's case, your case, Dennis Rowe's case, for them to come up over their fender. Okay?
All right, sister.
Because as far as I'm concerned, yeah, if they weren't doing a good job, Dennis Rowe wouldn't give them the opportunity to come up the airways and let millions of people in the southeast, northeast, wherever they might come from, to listen. Right now.
I'm telling you, it's the balance, you know. Because
I don't respond to no balance. If you weren't doing a good job, would you be on air right now?
Well,
yes or no?
If we weren't doing a good job...
There's no yes or no, Daddy Coolie?
No, we wouldn't.
Thank you very much. So you know who you're talking to now, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. And tell D-Row, big up every time, because I've got it on tape, live and kicking.
All right, sister.
All right, darling?
Respect.
This is Louise from Lucian. If no one else in the studio I don't know, but I know Dennis Rowe does know.
We know her.
All right?
All right, Louise.
So I've got all the tapes to show. So anybody's got an attitude problem on the phone, tell them, be careful. See you later.
Later.
Bye.
0958 504 906. No respect, sis. No respect. Hello, Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis. Yeah, respect you there, yeah. Well, I'm running from far right in the east side of town, yeah? And what I can say is, Genesis, I can put it on, I can leave it there, and my child can sit down and listen to it. You understand?
Yeah.
I can put other standard chasing station on,
I mean, I have to turn it over, you understand? So, where I see it, well, Genesis is doing the right thing because right now, there's no other station in the capital that you can phone in and chat business, you understand? And chat what are going on in the community. So, I know my man saying, yeah, and we need to strike the balance. But at the end of the day, right, we ain't really controlling what's going out on vinyl. You understand?
Yeah.
So right now you're gonna have to take some of the rough stuff with the smooth. You understand? So where I see it, Genesis, I big up every time. I put you on as soon as I wake up in the morning. You understand? Because I can hear a little talk show, I can hear a little, you know what I mean, little rudeness, a little bit of vibe, a little bit of roots, whatever. You understand? You know what I mean?
Everything.
So right now, you know the brother's phoning up, I know what he's trying to say, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean, common sense and all them sort of things have to come into it, you understand? And I think another brother was saying, if you listen to the whole track, you get what I got on, you understand? So, I just big up Genesis, and I sit back and listen to you all the time, alright?
Okay,
so,
Bridging.
where I see it, yeah?
Nice
for that. Peace out from the east side, yeah?
Okay.
Alright.
Right then. Yeah, London Town, I just want to report on some of the calls that we've been getting on the quiet links because we've got the most amount of phones in it and they're all popping. Before we answer this call, someone phoned up and said, they're asking all of the DJs, it's us here in the studio, if you've got children, if you've got a 3-year-old daughter, what would you do if she was singing Freak Me every day? Because there seems to be a subliminal message in a lot of these music, see? That's what they asked. We're going to take this call.
Okay, even on that line there we said about the Freak Me, yeah? I mean, if you check it, your 3-year-old daughter or 5-year-old or 6-year-old daughter, they're listening to the Spice Girls, Bridget.
Okay, that's the truth, that's the truth. But me now, I'm going to take the objective point of view. See, and sorry, caller, I'm coming to you right now. But I'm going to say now, I've got children, and them not listen to Spice Girls. Okay, caller, you're in tune to Genesis 91.6 FM. What's your name and from where are you calling, please?
Good afternoon, Genesis. This is Barry X speaking up.
Oh, what you saying, V?
Alright, blood.
Okay, we got more family in the house. Go, true.
Big shout to D-Rowe, shout out to Coolie, driver, everybody.
Okay.
Alright. Feeble excuses. Barry does not make feeble excuses. I played, it was Good Friday? I was supposed to do a team up with me, Chris Fox and X-Ray. Seeing? Come in the house, I was a bit late. I just started to draw a tune. No excuses.
Okay.
At the end of the show, the guy there phoned, and you all know what guy means, right?
Yeah.
He phoned up.
But at the end of Bridging, still, no, you see, everyone's telling me let you talk, but Barry, at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
It's all family, so it's not about dissing no one, see? So carry on still, but...
No, but I've got to say that because, you know, just hold tight.
All right, go through.
He phoned up and I explained. He explained that he was sitting down having dinner with his mum, rare.
Yeah.
And I played it was PMD, the ex-partner of EPMD. See?
Okay.
Played a track by him. I apologize. You know, he accepted my apology, blah, blah, blah. Said, you know, I normally play at 1 till 3 on Tuesday morning.
Yes.
Get that plug, everybody. And I play R&B and hip-hop.
Barry X Streetwise Show, 1 till 3, Tuesday night, 1 till 3, Bridging, right?
Yeah.
Barry X Streetwise Show. Carry on, B.
I try to play the clean mixes. I don't even play things like Genuine Pony because I know what that means. See?
Okay.
There's a lot of tunes I stray from. See? All he had to do was, you know, just call and blah, blah, blah. You know, he wants to come on the radio and, you know, make me look silly, which is not right. Which I never gave a feeble excuse. I apologize. He accepted my apology.
Yeah.
You know, if I'd have pushed up my chest, then he would have been able to say that.
Okay. Was that a live link, Bridget?
And I don't blame other DJs. I, you know, stand up for myself.
Yeah.
So, you know, Genesis is the #1 station back there because we come true for black people each and every time. All right? That's what I've got to say. Peace.
All right, B. Take care, right? And don't forget London Town. You can catch the Barry X at the Streetwise Show on Tuesday night between the hours of 1 and 3. Nice one, B.
All right.
Okay, London Town, we're still going to keep it rolling. Boy, the house is full up here. We've got Senator B in the house. We've got a Mystery Man in the house. We've got Daddy Coolie in the house. We've got Dennis Rowe in the house. We've got Bubbling Dread in the house. We've got the driver in the house. And you also have myself in the house. We're going to take this call. Good afternoon, this is Genesis 91.6 FM. What is your name and from where are you calling, please?
Well, my name is Miss Anonymous, and I'd just like to say
Genesis is doing a good job. However, I think we're spending too much time talking about who said this and who said that. Get on and talk about positiveness, man. That's all what we need to hear.
Okay, but sister, you know, sometimes to get to the positive, to get to the essence of the positiveness, you have to go through who said what. You know what I mean? So that you can track down what was said by who and then put it straight.
It's nothing to do with the community, man. When you're talking live like this on air, it's things that the black people need to know about that's going to educate us and take us forward.
Okay, well,
not about who said this, who said that. Talk about
sis,
things that are affecting these black people out there.
Sis, the overall view of the show today, okay, has been on the slackness music, because I don't know if you heard last week's show, but a few people phoned up and said it seems as though Genesis have two different agendas. You've got one set of men playing something that's not right for the community, and another set trying to educate the community. Yeah?
Right, and the music has a major influence on how people behave, right?
Yes.
It's a known fact. When you're playing slack music, it's going to entice people to go out there and be promiscuous.
Act
and
in a
that's why
certain
the
way.
HIV and AIDS is so high and rampant within the black community.
Okay.
It's a known fact.
Okay.
So what we should be doing is educating our people. You know, play music that's going to educate our people and make us strong as one. Not to go out there and rampant and have sex with X, Y, and Z and I don't care. You know what I mean?
Okay, so now you see, Sister, you're sounding like one of those, you're saying the same thing. You're saying now, don't play the slack music. Don't play the music that is going to educate our people negatively. Now,
right, I agree there.
Okay, but you see now, we do have some people who believe that the slackness or the negative music should still be played because it's a part of our community.
Why is it? Why is it? How can that be?
Why can it? Well, we had a sister phone up earlier on and said if you go like into the West Indies, or I said as well, even if you go to Africa, their point of view or the way that they approach sex and, you know, everything around that is not the same as our point of view here and how we would look at it or deal with it here.
Right.
Yeah, so as to why we're like that.
I don't see how that influence our people and make us go forward. It's not inhibiting us from going forward.
Yeah, but sister, at the end of the day, surely you as well, right, know that there's music out there that is influencing, especially the children. There's music, as I said earlier on, there's music out there where the children are learning about sex education before their parents can talk to them about it.
Yeah, and that is through the music.
Okay.
Music has a major influence on that as our youth growing up.
Yes.
Because the people can outlet through music, and they take in the words and the vibes, and then they go out there and give off whatever they're hearing in the music, which is wrong. And
Okay.
That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
All right, you take care and thanks very much for phoning. Boy, London Town, this is the Big Gen 1 and we're still here. Daddy Coolie.
Okay. Okay, once again. Well, this mic's cutting in and out, I think. 0958 504 906 is the number to get you through to Genesis. Hello, Genesis. Hello?
Hello, it's Danny from Brixton.
Yes, Danny, what are you saying, blood?
Yeah, man, I'm just saying respect to all the Genesis people for what they're doing. I've been listening to this station for about a month. Just didn't realise the concept behind it and stuff, so I just got to respect that. And about what the man said before, I looked up the word sophistication.
Yes.
And it was something, well, I'll read it to your listenership. It's a characteristic of fashionable life and its ways, experienced in this and lacking natural simplicity. Complicated, elaborate. Yeah, complicated and elaborate. So basically I'm just saying, kind of, it's sort of like, it showed to me, all these men who's trying to go around being players and all them kind of cheese and all that, and getting money and getting cars and all that, they're basically following the European way. You say it's a white way and a black way, because I'm studying culture. It's European and African way. You can just divide it down the middle. And like the African way is from within. Our culture is within us, and it comes out of us. It emanates from us. But
the European culture is an object culture. It is around them, it is what they have. It is their paintings, it is their history, it is their jewelry, it is their palaces. But black people are different to that. So once we come into the European society and we adopt their culture, we adopt their language, we speak to each other in their language, and then we're trying to actually use their culture. We're trying to buy Mercs, we're trying to buy cars, we're trying to do this and do that. But what we're trying to be is European people. We're trying to be sophisticated. That's the blindness.
Okay.
Some of the music sort of like continues. You get me?
Yeah, Bridget, we can hear you loud and clear, but at the moment we're just having a slight technical problem in here, so it's not that we're not listening to you, but we're trying to sort it out at the same time, yeah? But what you're saying, boy, the whole of London town's hearing it.
Yeah, man, it's kind of pretty deep, because like, the same way I'm speaking to you in English, my culture is like an African culture. You're black, so you've got a culture of young, which is either African or West Indian, or where you come from, man.
Yeah.
But same way, we're having to communicate and live in an environment which is English and in the white European environment. So that's where we flop. That's where we fall down. That's why we're running around trying to get ourselves together, and we can't. Because living, breathing, eating, talking, sleeping, working in a European
environment. Yeah, for real, for real. So maybe, Bridget, you see, it's like you just answered the sister in that phone before when she said, well, why are we like that? Why are we acting in this manner? Because of the environment that we're in. Because of what, you know, as you said, we're eating, sleeping, breathing, working, playing, this environment.
Yeah.
You know, so, okay, give me a solution.
Well, there is no real solution. There is no real solution because we are in a European environment. Even if man flies to New York or the States, that's still European because those people there, they are people who are immigrants from Europe. So it's still the same way. Only if you stay in Africa or stay in the Caribbean, but basically that's not what it's about. We have to bring our culture along with us, within us, and pass it down to our youth and make them actually realise its value.
Yes.
Something about its value, and it's something which is internal. If a black man who's naked, he has culture on him. If you have a white man who's naked, he has no culture. He has to wear clothes and educate himself and collect paintings to have culture. But that is not so with a black man. So, you know what I mean?
It's something that's inbred, always there from birth.
True.
Okay, Bridget. Well, the whole of London town heard that. And, you know, what I want to ask you on that as well is, then what would you say now about the Genesis policy on the slackness music, considering everything that you've just told us?
Well, considering slackness, basically, I love all kind of ragga music. And last night I went out and I was listening to that Fudgy record.
Yeah.
Then today you come tell me that means that ice lolly in Jamaica. Man didn't know that at all. So it's just kind of enlightening. But basically, if you love the beat and love the music, I can just deal with it. I wouldn't broadcast it to my little 15-year-old sister or 14-year-old sister, but I mean, because I wouldn't like her to go on that way, that you see some young females trying to play themselves nowadays.
For example, Bridget, have you seen that picture of Little Kim for her latest album?
Oh my God. Please do not. Little Kim, Foxy Brown, I'm sorry, they are taking women back to like 40 years, basically, saying can I use the word seduct? They're trying to actually sell that, use that as a selling point. That using your sexuality is nothing new for women, but I mean, you don't have to just dash it away, fling it out like that.
I tell you again on like the Foxy Brown and the Little Kim, and a lot with some of the rap music that I find offensive because I don't basically play the rap music that actually swears. You see, those things that they derogatory in the swearing terms, I find that slack, you know what I mean? But, I mean, the innuendo sort of things, that's something I've grown with, but when I can interpret it and I hear someone say, this or rare that, and a certain bad language I hear in some of the tunes, I class that slack, that's my term of slackness, you know what I mean?
That is slack, that takes slackness to a new level. It's nearly Foxy Brown and Lil Kim, they're kind of nearly to like original slackness back in the day, like 2 years back. So, and they're sort of like just bringing it back again. And because it's American, that is the American culture through TV, media, film, music and everything floods everywhere. It can even go to worldwide, basically. So now, if Foxy Brown and Little Kim start doing well, we're just going to be knocked back a few years, you know. you're going to be knocked back because you're going to have people coming out with all tracks. You know how America, one group comes out, then about 99 other groups come out the same way.
You know, I'll tell you, last night I listened to X-Ray show, right? And he played a tape from a group called Khalif, okay? And he did an interview. I don't know if you caught it, but I was like on my way, and you know, I tune into Genesis all the time differently, and I tried to catch the show. And that show, you see, and there was like Indian brothers, yeah?
Yeah, Asian brothers. Yeah.
Asian brothers in Manchester, but some of the stuff that they was coming out with, you know, was like real from the street, and they broke it down as well, you know what I mean?
True.
We get on with the street life, and yeah, we do like to have certain things, you know what I mean, because they made that move, but that don't stop the conscious thinking, you know what I mean? You got to cross that level, you know, you got to get to that level. Okay, so there's some people that have, right, and in their mind they don't have nothing, you know what I mean? But there's other people that have, but they still think about, yeah, well, you know, let's think about the masses and where it's actually leading to, you know what I mean? Some get rich and switch, you know what I mean? And some people want the good life and the good things as well, but they still remember where they come from, you know what I'm saying?
It's true. I was like that myself, thinking, oh, man's got to do enough education to like get out there and have all this property and have his own place and own car and all them kind of things. But basically, at the end of the day, you realise knowledge itself is equal to or more important than knowledge of how to get funds, knowledge of how to get cash, knowledge of how to create wealth. So once you've got as much knowledge of yourself, like creating wealth and getting on in life is just going to come naturally to you because you have knowledge of yourself. You're not just running around like a mad hatter trying to get cash, you know what I mean?
Can't run down the money. Respect for your call, and keep it locked, and I'm glad that we've got another new listener to the big one.
Right, man.
Respect. Okay, 0958504 Okay, you're locked to Genesis 916 FM, and we're keeping it going on. Hello, Genesis.
Yeah, hello, I'm TW, I'm in Brooklyn.
Say that again?
My name is TW. I used to be on a station on your frequency back in the 80s.
Okay.
I would just like to say that you're doing a good job, you know, for the community on the station. It's about time you get a license, full-time license.
Well, it's hopeful if it gets there, you know what I mean, at least, and even if they leave us alone a bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
I hear some other stations out there, you know, week in, week out. I mean, last week Friday we came on and we tried to do educational program 3 till 5. And last week Friday we came on at 3 till 5, right? They came and they took us off, yeah? But the other stations are signed on early as well. But they never touched none of those. They just came and took us. I left everybody else, you know what I mean?
You understand?
And then they're saying, boy, it ain't nothing different, you know, if you broadcast it in the day. But we was on the same as everybody else, and they just took off Genesis, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, the trouble is, I mean, even the legal stations are not doing as good as what you're doing, you see?
Brethren, you see the minute we get a license, all this stops. Because it's all red tape thing, so this is me personally, this is my opinion. I don't know about everybody else. But I forget about the license because right now it's about working for my people.
Yeah,
I'm going to put red tape around my people. That means I'm going to have, you know, I'm going to be one of those men pulling the blankets over people's eyes as well. It's not about that. This thing's about getting to our people. So we don't need no red tape. We just need to get on the road, educate who we can educate. And even those that don't want to be educated by us, at least they can have an argument in the street about us and they can learn something that way.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, well, I mean, that's what I found for anyway. Yeah, you're doing a good job, and you deserve a full-time license anyway.
Respect, blood.
Okay.
Peace.
Yeah, take care.
Take care. Also, thank that caller there. Also, again, like on the full tape and the license thing, you know, we know certain constrictions and things are going to happen when we get a license. But what we'd hope, you know, is that we're proving that our people do need to communicate. We're proving that there is organisations out there and the need for us to be able to be heard as a voice and a people, you know what I mean? So if there's legal stations out there, they can take on that mantle, you know what I mean? They can take it on the nice and frilly way, you know what I mean? And get the point across. Because I had a call in a week and a man asked me, you know, directly, do I believe in that we will unify and what is not the problem, and don't I realise that the rich man is not going to come down to the poor man to unite, you know what I mean, and the poor man will have to go up, you know what I mean. But I'm saying, in the end of the day, to be realistic here, the rich man has to look down to the poor man, but one has to make that step. And once the first step is made, then we can meet in the middle. If one has to go higher, one has to go lower. That shouldn't be irrelevant. Let's make that first step and see where we go from there. Hello, Genesis.
Yeah, hello, Daddy Coolie.
Yes.
I want to make, like, agree with the caller before.
Yeah, who are you and where you calling from, please?
I'm Phil from Catford.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
I'm Phil from Catford.
Hello, Phil. How you doing?
Yeah, I have to agree with the brother, the caller before. And about, like, say, the more we are in this country, the more we become Europeans.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that, say, if we teach our kids our own history first and have our own schools to teach them somehow, you know, we could put them, at least it's a way of putting them straight, you know what I mean, for the future.
Okay, on that lines there as well, yeah, this Europeanized and thing, yeah, the reason why we get, well, might be why we get Europeanized is because we don't want to associate ourselves with ourselves. We always want to associate ourselves with something else. And if we get to the concept, you know what I mean, they keep making new words, Nubian, African, and blah, blah, blah. If we just get one word and say, right, we're black, and let's deal from it from there. Like, because this is a black station, and that's what we're dealing with. We're black, and define what mean black is. You get me? So when we get to that level, so when we have the schools and the education, then we're dealing with it on that level, and then the people who come to it on that level unite on that. Let's unite on that common bond, because if we take all the little different things, like the different religions, the different class structures, and the different this and the different interpretations, we ain't going to get nowhere. We're not going to unite. So we get the common call, and I would say, yeah, that we're black, and define what black mean black is. Then we can start from there, you know what I mean? It wouldn't matter what religion or whatever other aspects, how rich you are or not, you know what I mean? We can go on from there and cut out that petty division.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah?
No, that's all I just agree with the last caller before. Because I don't believe that, believe there is our history plays a great part in our lives.
Say that again?
Our history plays a great deal in our lives.
Our history plays a great part in our life?
Yeah. You know, I mean, okay, I just agree to what you're saying before, you know what I mean?
Okay, all right then.
Okay, then, thank you much.
Take it from there, yeah?
Done, yeah? Okay, then.
Yeah, man. If everyone wants to take it up from there, yeah, we'll take it from there. All right, peace. Yeah, positive moves now, history, now, the street. There's all many different aspects, and people have different concepts of where we should be coming from and where we should be, you know what I mean? But we've just got to start now getting on a common ground, you know what I mean? A common cause. And then we know where we're going, you know what I mean? So we can make that positive move. Because every positive move we make, someone say, oh, you should do it this way, and you should do it that way, you know what I mean? And that's hindering the progress automatically. Hello, Genesis.
Yo.
Yo. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, this is Reggie calling from Ballon, yeah?
Yes, Reggie.
Yeah, I just want to change the subject, yeah?
Yes, blood, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk about this election business, yeah?
Yes, blood.
Yeah, I want to say that I didn't vote.
You didn't vote?
No.
Okay.
Because it's just a waste of time, and, you know, the white people, they're trying to fool out black people. Yeah?
Okay.
And at the end of the day, I'm not going to vote for no white man no more, you know?
So who are you going to vote for now?
Right now.
What are we going to do now? Okay, the vote is gone now, and Labour is in now, right? And you say that you're not going to vote for nobody, right?
No.
What do you think now should happen now as a progress, as us black people now? What should we be doing now then?
We should be getting more black MPs in Parliament.
Right, we should be getting more black MPs in Parliament.
That's right.
Okay, so should we have our own parliamentary candidates, or should we go into the structure that's there?
Well, you know, I think we just have to go into the structure that is there, basically.
Okay, all right then. So, right, we didn't vote now, so now the Labour Party's in, okay? You didn't vote, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, I voted, okay, and I voted because directly I said we needed to get this Conservative government out, because one, it takes X amount of years, right, to pass laws, and they've had 18 years, and you've seen the laws that they've passed. The immigration laws, the job seekers laws, all these different laws that they've passed now that directly affect us as black people. Now the Labour Party, I'm not bigging up no parties or anything different, but when they're arguing among themselves, these laws can't be changed against us. Okay, once they're arguing among themselves, what we need to do now is to get on our programme properly. See all those people out there are talking about the black vote, okay? They need to get together now and get an agenda and a process forward for us to say they can, yeah, they've got a commanding vote. Because if you looked at the Lim Democrats and the others, in the end of the day, they only got about, what, 17 seats or something silly like that. And it ain't no point us having a political party when we've only got 17 seats because we're not going to be swinging no votes. You get me? We've got to be going in there with some form of strength and power. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and, yeah, so what else, is it just about the voting that you wanted to put up why you didn't vote, yeah?
Yeah, but, you know, I was thinking of voting before, you know, but I changed my mind at the last minute.
I mean, I listened to the Positive People show on Thursday, you know what I mean? And if you look at it back in the day through history, you know what I mean? And whether America or Britain or whatever, yeah? People actually, like Sister Nzinga said, they actually died and made that move so we was able to actually vote. You know what I mean? So out of respect even to our people that went before us, you know what I mean? We have that right now to vote and do something. But now we know that we've got to make that next step. Okay, voting is not enough because there's nobody really out there to vote for, yeah? So now our black people who's in the knowledge and our learning people who really want to do something for us and not just get on the fun wagon, yeah?
Okay, then. So what is the black MPs doing in Parliament for black people?
What are the black MPs doing in Parliament? Well, they're trying to get their foot in the door. Right, those who are in Parliament, you know, like they said, like we have to have these people to come on and represent for themselves. You know what I mean? Because me standing and talking for Bernie Grant or Dan Abbott, that can't work. But you know what we can do? We can bring on people who want to make a next move and a positive move. You know what I mean? Who want to start up this for the black vote and a political party and let them come forth with their agenda and what they really want to do. You get me?
Okay,
you know
then. I mean? Right now, black people are suffering. You know. Black people are suffering, and, you know, I think there should be more black MPs in Parliament, man. Because,
Okay.
you know, it's getting out of hand.
I think that black people are suffering, and I think all lines of people are suffering. But to me, right, it's whether it's on a colour basis,